Hello and welcome to the stream. It's time for another episode of Football Manager 2019 Blyth Spartans Climbing the League Ladder. That's a long title, isn't it? Where we take the mighty Blyth Spartans from the bottom of the playable English Football League to somewhere a little bit higher. At the moment, we are in Season 2 and we're sitting 4th place in the table, as you can see right here. We got as high as 2nd, I think, so far this season. That was our peak, as you can see there from the little graph. But we are hoping to try to win the league. We've got not a bad little curve. We had a bit of a rocky start, apparently. And then we go all the way up, and then down a bit, and then up a bit, and then down a little bit. So, still sitting around the playoffs for most of the season, which is where we want to be, at the very least, anyway. Because if we fail to win the league, we'll at least want to try to win the playoff final this time. After losing it last season, we will definitely be looking for revenge. But there is plenty of the season still to play. We're 14 games in. And yeah, last session was pretty good. I think, did we only lose one game or did we not even lose any? We didn't lose any. Yeah, last session started here with Bradford, I believe. And we got, what was that, 5 wins and then 4 draws. So a little bit disappointing with all those draws, but we've now got a FA Cup 4th round qualifier replay against Bradford because unfortunately, if I remember rightly, they scored really late on in the game. It was almost one for us, and then they just scabbed a goal. Yeah, there you go. There was supposed to be 4 minutes of added time, and they scored in the 94th minute. Gutted. But that's Football Manager for you. Sometimes that happens. So, let's advance. And we're going to have quite an exhausted team, no doubt. Oh, we've beaten our unbeaten record. So 10 games unbeaten is a new team record. That's pretty good. Michael Woods is not happy. Come on, Kieran Green. You've not managed to actually convince anyone to stop whinging yet. Nope, and he's still not able to. You're going to be getting games, Woods. It's going to happen because the side's going to get knackered. Be patient. You'll get your chance. Yeah, shut up. Get out of it. All right, that'll do. Dan Maguire not having a good game against Hednesford. That's worth noting. Keeper's been doing pretty well all season, though, generally speaking. It's been quite an important signing for us at the back. Well, we already know a fair amount about Bradford. We've literally just played them. I think we'll be all right without studying that scout report too closely. Just want to go out there and smash them this time. And of course, it will be in our home stadium of Croft Park this time around. Gives us a little bit more of an edge than we had last time. I mean, I think we were still favourites last time. Just didn't work out. It was, like I say, pretty unlucky conceding a goal that late on. But it was a bit of a stunner, to be fair. And yeah, this fixture I'm very worried about. Only 2 days after playing this match, we've got to play Kidderminster. I think they're going to whoop us, but there will definitely be some squad rotation going into that game. And I think we'll be just looking for a draw. We're away from home. They're now top of the table. I think they just went top at the end of last session, just before we're due to play them, typically. But that's just the way it goes. Who's this Anthony Dudley? I don't remember looking at him. Mostly a winger, apparently. Oh, Jack Butler whinging now. Kieran Green never managing to talk anyone round. Just not possible. Alright, yeah, we'll sort a loan out for you. Yeah, brilliant. Offer to clubs, loan, offer. Can't say we didn't try, because we just did. They always end up having a moan when no one wants to loan them, though. Right, Lewis King doesn't enjoy big matches. Why are we scouting you? Right, done with you. Discard. So, here we go. The replay. A lot of people sitting on yellows. Not great. Oh, Egan. Oh dear. Let's get Paul Smith on. Let's rest Little. Oh, we need a good cup run though. I've got to be really careful because if I rest too many players and end up losing this, that'll be a financial disaster. And I did just remember one of the last things that happened at the end of the last section was we almost signed Sam Brotherton. We got him to agree to a financially crippling deal for the club and then accidentally walked away after he'd agreed to the contract. Whoops. So I guess at the end of this session we'll see if he's willing to talk to us again, but probably not. J Rouse guy, can't decide if I'll take him on or not. I might do. It would be handy to have a third centre attacking midfielder just as an extra backup. Might actually be better than Callum Nicholas. Callum Nicholas, long shots 5, finishing 10. Long shots 5, finishing 8. Okay, so neither of them are that great at what I want them to do, which is bang in the occasional goal from outside the box. But never mind. Who else do I want on? Yeah, it's got to be you, I guess. Right, do I want to rest Sangare sitting on a yellow? Yes, I think I do. Get Woods on the bench. What else can I do here? Let's read. We were getting horrible results without Reed though, so I kind of want to leave him on. Maybe I'll sub him at some point if he gets a bit tired. That'll do for now. Let's go. I really want to win this game. We need to win this game. For the good of our bank balance and future signings, we need to win. Right, 4-2-3-1 for Bradford. Okay. Come on, lads. Keep our run going of not losing. But not winning either. And we're off. Oh, Oliver going in hard on Jolly. I bet he won't be jolly about that tackle. Woohoo. And we're already giving away free kicks to Bradford. It's not a good start, is it? Demand more immediately before even 10 minutes have gone. Time for the screaming to start. And Dawson gets a free kick. Oh, on the edge of our box pretty much. And sends it over the bar, thankfully. That could have been dangerous from there. Very concerning stuff so far. And only one shot on target apiece. Smith takes a throw in. Comes out to Green. Green finds Oliver. Can Oliver play in? Evans on the wing? He can. And that was poor. That was really poor. He's no Michael Liddell. That's for sure. Short goal kick to Lions. And they're across to Bernard. Smashed upfield looking for Dan Maguire. And he's one-on-one with the keeper. Oh, no. Oh, I thought that was a sure goal. But no, he's just muffed it. And Drench did very well to claim the ball there. Smith on the wing for Blyth. Punts it forward, looking for Dan Maguire again. Taking a shot from the corner of the 6-yard box and well kept out by the Bradford keeper. It will be a corner to Blyth though. And Green steps up to take it. It's a good one. It's a very good one. It finds the head of Bradley Fuster for his 8th goal of the season. And we are 1-0 up in this match. Just before the 30-minute mark. And what a good time to get a goal. Oh, it wasn't his head, sorry. It was his left foot on the volley. I thought that was thought that was his head, but apparently not. He's not that short. Right, let's give out a bit of praise since we're 1-0 up now. Kieran Green picking up another yellow. Stop getting booked, lads. Stop it. And let's not get complacent before the whistle goes for half-time. Still a few minutes to go before the break. And this looks like it's going to be a highlight for Bradford. Just calmly passing rings round the Blyth players. But they've messed around for too long. This could be dangerous at the back for them, but good recovery. And it looks like the attack is not over for them yet. But Evans claims that ball. What's he going to do with it? Smash it to nobody. This is end-to-end stuff and generally awful at the moment. Oh no, Jolly on the ball. Oh, he's through on goal and he's scored. Look how happy he is. Fist pump in the air. And that's an equaliser for Bradford. And this time it didn't take till the 94th minute to find it. They have got that goal pretty soon after ours, unfortunately. And yeah, terrible defending really, all around. Not good. Well-deserved goal for them, and it's time to demand more. Evans looking a bit nervous. He knows he's not as good as Liddell. And Dawson's taking another free kick on the edge of the box, spilled by O'Reilly, but he does gather it immediately afterwards before anyone in a yellow shirt can take advantage. And yeah, sadly, we have conceded before half-time, and that is going to definitely impact my team talk. Right. Encourage them. Should I encourage them or should I scream at them? I don't know. I really want to scream at them, but should I trust Tony? Do we trust Tony? Oof. All right, let's encourage him. No, Tony. Bad Tony. That was terrible. Didn't work. Should have screamed at him instead. I knew I was right. Now, let's have a look. Is anyone having a particular nightmare? Sean Reed's not playing particularly well. A couple of other causes for concern. We'll just keep an eye on their development as the match wears on. Smith was about to take a free kick, though. Clearly it was appalling, as the highlight came to nothing. And it's demand more time already. Kieran Evans with the throw-in. Finds Oliver, back to Evans. Evans just smashes it into the face of a yellow shirt, and suddenly we find ourselves under attack from the Bradford offence, and that very easily could have been another goal for Bradford, but good save at the back by Luke O'Reilly, resulting in a corner which Dawson takes. Comes back out to Dawson. Bernard with the defensive header, finding Bradley Fuster. Can we catch him on the counter here? No. No, we can't. It comes to nothing yet again. Interesting times are being had here. This is not going how we had hoped. It's still a fairly even game, but oh my god, no. O'Reilly has picked up a thigh injury. We're actually going to have to sub our keeper. This hardly ever happens. Luckily, Peter Jameson is on the bench for a change. Obviously, in my league matches, I don't even take a keeper on the bench. I just play risky. With this being a cup game, though, Peter Jameson is available. And that is quite a relief. But yeah, that's terrible news. O'Reilly has been saving our bacon at the back time and time again this season already. And that could be a big hole in our back line. But we're on the attack at the moment. Kieran Green and Reed and Oliver just tapping the ball around the Bradford players at the moment, playing in Evans. And Evans makes a terrible pass to Connor Oliver. And suddenly we're being attacked again. And it's that man Jolly once more having a shot, this time saved by Jameson, who's hardly had time to warm up before he's come on. Already had to make a key save. Dawson taking the corner kick again for Bradford and claimed confidently by Jameson. And it's time to demand more as Blyth have a throw in deep in the Bradford half. Connor Oliver playing in Sean Reed, who smashes. What on earth happened there? That was one hell of a deflection. A 30-yard effort from Sean Reed. Let's see that again. That was mental. Right, Evans to Oliver to Reed. Reed has a shot. Who's it pinging off? Oh, it seemingly pings off the head of number 5 and completely changes the angle of the shot. Throw in keeper Drench. Completely off the mark. I don't think he had any idea what happened. Who would with a shot like that? And that makes me very glad that I kept Reed on for this so far, because I almost played Callum Nicholas. I think it is going to be time to sub Reed though, because he's looking pretty exhausted. I'm definitely going to need to field him against Kidderminster. Whether he's knackered or not, he's going to have to play. So Callum Nicholas comes on. Our second substitution of the game with 10 minutes to go. It's terrible news about Luke O'Reilly. At the very least, he's not going to be available for the Kidderminster game, which is disappointing. Lang with a reasonable free kick there. At least it was on target. We'll give him that. Nice long ball there. That's not going to get to anybody. Bradford man Jolly getting there first. He's had a good match. And please, for the love of God, can we keep the ball out of our net for another 5 minutes or so? Oh, dangerous stuff there. As Kalu has a header on goal, but claimed by Jameson. Oh, let's demand more. We can't concede now, please. Not again. Evans has been booked. Yeah, it's time to ease off tackles. Oh, another Bradford attack. Oh, good job, Lions. Good job finding Dan Maguire. Dan Maguire is going to look for a ball to Bradley Fuster, but it's a poor ball. Easily claimed by the defence there. And it's thumped back upfield. Connor Oliver picking it up, though. And the long ball finding Dan Maguire once more. Dan Maguire, a bit of a weak shot on goal there. Decent effort with the follow-up, but it's gone out for a corner, and let's hope the lads waste as much time as possible with this corner. As we go into added time, we have pressure on the Bradford goal, which is what I like to see. Evans tries a cheeky little run in the box and gets taken down by McWilliams with a late challenge, giving us a penalty in the dying seconds of the game. Dan Maguire steps up to take it, smashes it into the top right corner. That was a sweet penalty. At least it looked like it from this angle. His 15th goal of the season. What a man. He's doing very well for the club. Yeah, that was a sweet penalty. He's doing very well for the club this season. Obviously, after being beaten in the goal scorers chart by teammate Bradley Fuster last season, Dan Maguire has started this season with a massive bang and a hatful of goals. Right, we will take that 3-1 win, and we are through to the next round. Well done, boys. And yeah, I believe we've got a League 2 side next. I think that's what I remember from last session. That's going to be a difficult game for us, especially with a tired team, which no doubt we will have by the time that comes around. Oh, he's out for 2 to 3 days with a tight hamstring. That could have been a lot worse. Obviously, we're going to miss him for the Kidderminster match, which will be a problem, but it could have been a lot worse. 2 to 3 days is about as good as it gets. We got 12.5k for that win. Good stuff. We're loving this money rolling in. We need it. So yeah, we'll be playing Barnet. We're at home though. That's not too bad. A little bit of extra cash coming in for playing a League 2 side, no doubt. But it's going to be a very tough match. Who's this guy? Callum Reynolds. Apparently wanted. Owed at 49.5k. Well, we have giant slayed before. Well, relatively speaking to our position. We beat a League 2 side last season. And then we lost to another one. So we do have it in us to go out there and smash someone at least a couple of divisions above us. But who knows? It's a toss of a coin, really, isn't it? Whether they'll deliver on the day or not. We can only cross our fingers and hope. But first, we need to worry about these matches. We've got Kidderminster and Halesowen, and man, are they going to be tough games. This could make or break us, these next 2 games, and we're going to be pretty worn out for them as well. And of course, for this one, coming up against Kidderminster, we'll at least be lacking our keeper. Nobody wants you, Jack. What a surprise. Apparently Kidderminster are only slight favourites, but I'm not convinced. I think they're more than slight favourites, in my opinion. They're good crossers, high level of heading, okay. Let's get these lads praised for training well. Keep trying to reinforce and encourage good behaviour. Criticise people who are training like muppets. Wow. Can't criticise him any further. All right, well, we'll leave that be then. Let's carry on. Okay, here we go. Brexit stuff. With the United Kingdom preparing to leave the European Union, teams throughout the country are gearing up for the potential rule changes that will come into effect on the 24th of the 6th, 2020. Formal details are yet to be confirmed, but reports suggest that there will be no changes to the current work permit system and no new restrictions on European Union players. That sounds like the best kind of Brexit result that the game can give us. I've never seen this one. Oh wow! Yeah, I hope everything stays good, but we'll have to see when it actually kicks in. Bunch of players suddenly become homegrown. Oh man, that's quite a list. Skip all of that. Okay, here we go. So they're in excellent form, and our form is only fair. And it did feel like we were only scraping that win against Bradford in our last game. Scoreline ended up being a lot better than we perhaps deserved. But Okay. Well, we were playing our reserve wing-backs to rest up our first team choice guys, but Egan hasn't really recovered that much, has he, for having sat out for a whole match? 81%. That's not good. Oh, natural fitness of 6. I see. Okay. Pie-eating fat boy. And yeah, we've got to get O'Reilly out. Okay. Also, let's clear these substitute positions. We're only allowed 5 in the league, as I'm sure you all well know by now. Okay, so let's get Sangare in. So they're the players that we rested so far. And who do we need to keep an eye on for substitutions? Oliver, should I take... Yeah, let's get Woods on the bench since Oliver's already a bit knackered. You don't want your subs being knackered as well as your first team, do you? Right. Attackers, you're just going to have to cope. Both 1 card away from suspension. Unbelievable. Sean Reed not quite fully fit. Oh, he had a recent mild injury, didn't he? He's all right though. Yeah, Dolling will have to. This is tricky. Do I risk taking off Evans from the bench in favour of having Nicholas on? I've got an extra midfield option for subs. Guess we'll do it. And Lyons, a little bit tired, but Buddle available. The other 2 centre-backs, they'll make do. They can cope. Okay. This is it. Let's do it. Yeah, we're the underdogs here. Go out and cause an upset, boys. That got quite a decent result. Apparently, Blyth Spartans well used to being and motivated by being the underdogs. And we kick off here in Kidderminster. Reed on the ball, playing to Green. Green to Sangare. Back to Green. Plays in Egan. Just little short passes going on all the way up until Sangare had a terrible first touch and lost possession, and that'll be the end of the highlight. At least it didn't result in a goal or a shot for Kidderminster. Possession very much in our favour at the moment, but only 50 seconds of football played, so can't really judge too much from that, can we? Right, now we're 8 minutes in, and Blyth look to be on the attack. Egan on the ball, on the right, plays in Reed. Sangare, Sangare could not find space for the shot to get through the defenders, and it bounced out. And it looks like we're in trouble at the back for Blyth now. And we beat the keeper, but wow, we got away with that. That was butt clenching stuff there. Let's demand more already, and hope that we start getting some highlights, or we might have to change things up. 16 minutes gone. It's I don't know, we've got more possession and more shots, so it's hard to say that we definitely need to change. I think staying the course for the time being might be what we require. And Little is strong goal, and I'm glad I did stay the course. Michael Little getting his first goal of the season. At least first goal in the league anyway. Well, in league or cup. And assisted by his partner on the right. Egan from the right wing back, switching play all the way across to Michael Little, who smashes it home for a fantastic goal. And that's great. But we're now defending a corner, and I was going to say that's great, but we often concede right after scoring, and then that highlight came up. I was like, no, please, no, not this soon. Right, okay, let's make that change, sure. All right, Bernard taking a short free kick there to Egan. Played back to captain Kieran Green. Michael Liddell again in the box. Dangerous. Takes a shot from the 6-yard box, but this time saved by the keeper and smashed out for a throw-in by the Kidderminster defence. And that was a poor throw-in by the Blyth man there. Number 2, that would be Leighton Egan. You need to redeem yourself, mate. There we go. He's got the ball back now. And he's played it long, looking for Dan Maguire. But Dan Maguire, as fast as he is not that fast. Well, we're still in possession. Sangari, Green and Egan just passing in a triangle nicely there. Keeping possession for Blyth as we move it up the field. Sangari runs across, plays it to Michael Liddell on the left. Liddell has got a crossing in, finds Reed almost on the penalty spot, and Reed hammers home a beautiful volleyed shot. At least that's what it looked like to me. Let's see that again. That was Reed's 9th goal of the season. And a beautiful assist by Michael Liddell here. Just finding the space for the pass. Timing it beautifully. Reed in all kinds of space. And yeah, what a lovely volley that was. Keeper didn't stand a chance with the power of that. All right, let's praise the lads now. Reed surging up the field. Oh, good tackle by Brown there. But only gets as far as Lyons with the attempted long ball from Kidderminster. And Blyth are still in possession and still putting pressure on the Kidderminster goal. Sangari plays across to Egan. What's Egan going to do with it? He looks to pass it to Liddell, who smashes it first time, but it's a bit too high. And it fails to find the mark. Lang sitting on a yellow card. Hopefully he won't be picking up a red before the match is done. Have I told him to ease off? No, I haven't. Let's tell him to ease off now. Bradley Fewster in the box. Always a dangerous prospect. But it was a weak shot and easily gathered by Hall. Egan with the throw-in to Dan Maguire. Back to Egan. Egan with the cross. Sangari hits the shot but deflects off a defender. There's just too many red shirts in the way that time. We're getting some good highlights here. I'm glad we didn't change the strategy. Dan Maguire running through on goal. Has a shot. Finds the rebound. Oh, gets the ball scrabbled away from him by the Kidderminster defence. And this is a lot of pressure on the Kidderminster goal at the moment. Just highlight after highlight. But is this one going the way of the red and white shirts? It is. Chambers is in the box. Has a shot. Jameson makes some kind of save. A bit of a weird looking save, to be honest. And it goes out for a corner. Mayhew puts in the corner, but it's well defended by Blyth there. And Dan Maguire finds himself in possession as he passes into the Kidderminster half. Using his pace there, but not fast enough to escape the clutches of Taylor, who puts in a well-timed tackle. And the ball goes out for a throw. And now we have a Kidderminster goal kick. Comes into the midfield. That man Taylor again waiting a beautiful pass, but oh no! Disaster! Oh no! That was unfortunate. I think that was resulting from a tackle attempt there, and the ball just ran through. I think Sangari making the tackle, and Jameson really not quick enough to react to that, and Chambers finding himself with the kind of opportunity strikers dream of. And it took him 2 attempts, but he did get the goal. Ashley Chambers scoring his 8th goal of the season. And yeah, of course they're onside. We don't even need to see that. That is unfortunate. Let's demand more. We still have a 1-goal lead as we go into the half-time team talk. A lot of possession there. 63%. That's pretty huge. And obviously we're resulting in a lot of shots from that possession as well. Alright, apparently tell them they're doing good. You're doing good, boys. Well done. Play some good football again. Good football is what you're paid to do. And the second half is underway. I need to keep that man Ashley Chambers under control. And there he is again. Oh no. Oh no. A Fogbu with the goal this time. And they've come from 2-0 down to be drawing 2-2. And this is not how we wanted to start the second half, really. Merely minutes into the second half. And Ashley Chambers controlling the ball well there and playing a beautiful pass to a fog boot who easily beats Jameson at the near post. Well, what a shame. It was going so well. But now it's 2-2 as Kieran Green takes the corner for Blyth. And he finds the head of Kidderminster's Burrows though, and it's Mayhew taking the ball upfield, looking for Chambers. He finds Chambers, and what the hell is happening? Ashley Chambers scores his second goal of the game, and we've gone from 2-0 up to 3-2 down in no time at all. Whatever was said in the dressing room for Kidderminster at half-time was clearly better than what I said to my lads. Oh my God, that is awful. Awful keeping there. Demand more time. They have come out a completely different team in this second half, Kidderminster. And we've got our work cut out for us if we even want to rescue a draw at this stage. So who's doing badly? Lions not going well. Who else? Striker's not doing particularly wonderful things either. Lions to Sangare. Sangare back to Lions. Finds Lang. Defenders just passing it amongst themselves at the moment. But we are deep into the Kidderminster half. It would be really nice if they'd move back into their formation instead of messing around well out of position right now. I'm concerned we're going to get caught on the break at some point. And I've got a central defender right the way up there. Okay, Sangare. What's he got in the bag? He's got a good pass to Kieran Green. Good cross from Green, finding the head of Fuster, but does not find the goal. Oh dear, Dan Maguire looking very frustrated, and who can blame him? Michael Little takes the free kick. It's not great, and it's easily claimed by Hall. And we pass the 70-minute mark. We need to scream at the team some more. Poor header from Egan. The right wing back there, and we find ourselves once again with Ashley Chambers in a very dangerous position, putting a header on goal, and I'm not even sure how he missed that. That was very, very dangerous. Oh man, what to do at this point? Right, let's pause and just take stock. So Lyons is going to have to come off. Egan is going to have to come off. Alright, let's get Buzzle on. Egan apparently is having a good game. Yeah, playing a 7.9, but he's just a bit too knackered now. It's hard work playing that wing back role. You've got to keep running up and down that touchline all match. So I'm not surprised he's a bit tired. He did start the match not really in a good state, even though we sat him out for the cup game. He still hasn't really had time to recover enough to be fully fit for this match. And Sangare, his shot taking a deflection, going out for a corner for Blyth. Little takes a corner, looks for Bradley Fuster, finds Bradley Fuster, and Bradley Fuster finds the net. We will take that 3-3 now in the 82nd minute. Only Bradley's 9th goal of the season. He was on a lot more than that by this point last season, but we'll take it. Oh, it wasn't his head again. I keep thinking he's heading the ball. That was in fact another volley. It just all happens so fast. It's hard to see, isn't it? But yeah, that's worked out for us. I'll take a draw against the league leaders away from home. I mean, who wouldn't? But it is disappointing that we were winning this match at one stage. It did look like we were going to win it. And oh, Buddle's picking up a yellow as well now. Jesus, everybody's getting booked all the time this season. I think I'll take Reed off. I know there's only like 5 minutes to go, but I just want fresh legs wherever I can get them. And we did specifically put Callum Nicholas on the bench for this exact reason, so we may as well use him. Oh no. Oh, free kick deflecting off the wall and going out for a throw, but danger not over. Okay, final minute of normal time. Let's demand more. One last time for this match. See if there's a late goal in us. I don't think there is. There'll be 4 minutes of added time. 3 minutes of which remain. Team looking focused after the feedback. Kidderminster looking fired up after theirs. And the danger's not over. And now it is. That's the whistle. Well, I feel like we deserved a win there, but just that start of the second half, we've come out asleep. I don't know what was going on, but they just conceded 2 goals pretty quickly, and that was very disappointing. But we'll tell them they did a good job, because at the end of the day, a win against the team that's top of the league away from home is a good result for any team. So we'll take that, and we'll look to beat them for the home leg for sure. Right, Hale's Owen next, and again, that's another huge game. And really, we're just looking to avoid losing. That's the main thing. We have caused Kidderminster to lose their top spot now. Chorley taking the lead. I think that's for the first time this season, finding themselves top of the table by 1 point. Ahead of Hales Owen and Kidderminster, and we're on 26 points. Little bit adrift now after all these draws. It's a little bit too drawy and not winny enough. We don't want to slip out of those playoff positions, but I mean we are getting some good teams out of the way at this point. I'll be looking for a win actually, I think, against Hales Owen, because we're at home. 12 games unbeaten. New record. Nice. It's going to keep telling us that every match that we don't lose from here on in, as each one breaks the previous record. Yeah, I would really like to win this match. They're second. They're within our grasp. And it's a home leg for us. That's a fixture that if we want to win the league or win the playoffs, we should be winning matches like that. Let's have a quick look at the scout report that we got for this lad. Okay, could do with being more consistent. Really? So he's currently on 170 quid a week, but he'd ask for 600 to 875. You're having a laugh, mate. Oh, I remember. We were thinking of just loaning him, weren't we? Not buying him. All right, yeah. Well, let's make a loan offer. How's about a loan offer of nothing? They feel that's acceptable. They're quite happy for us to pay nothing for this lad. Good. That suits me right down to the ground. And then he can just sit on the bench and whinge that he's not getting any games for the rest of the season, but that's fine by me as long as we've got a usable backup if Reed or Nicholas get an injury. Adam Boys, who are you? Oh, we were checking out, yeah, this guy who was at Spennymoor. I think he was a key player for them or something. Let's keep scouting him. It'll be good to know exactly what his strengths and weaknesses are before we go into the game against them. Okay, good decision makers, and Sylvan Ebanks Blake. Now, I know that name. Ah, this is why I know that name. It is him. My God, what's he doing at this level? When did that happen? Wow, quite a career he's had, but did not expect to see him all the way down here. Wow. Oh, Blyth under 18s are going to be playing Burton's under 23s. Just spotted that. Burton not being too far away from where my band actually practices. We passed through Burton on the way to that. Back in the running, asks Nexus. We're drawing still, largely, so we're just kind of slipping further and further down the table, but very, very slowly. So we're still in the playoff positions at the moment. Darlington have offered me a job. No. Does this look like a Darlington shirt? Mr. Chairman Matthew Harris? No, I'm going to decline that interview. No interest in Darlington, thanks. Blyth player in team of the week. Michael Liddell doing well to earn his spot there. So let's just have a quick look at the table. There we go. So we're 6th at the moment. And first place is on 31 points. We did manage to draw with a knackered team against Kidderminster. That was a 3-3 draw. You've just missed that, I think, Nexus. That was a tough game, so we did well to draw it in the end. But we're playing Halesowen next, another tough game. And we're at home for that, so I definitely want a win. Definitely long overdue a win, in fact. But it might be that we're at that point in the season where the AI has got my strategy sussed. I might need to switch things in order to find a win, but we'll see. I have faith in my plan at the moment. We did manage to beat Bradford in the cup replay, though, so that was nice. We got, I think, a good 12.5k out of that match. Good money for the likes of Blyth. All right, and we've picked up this 18-year-old on loan for absolutely nothing. Not a penny was spent. Well, that's exactly the kind of loan I like. Right, that'll do. They're always recommending we sign under 18s and under 23s coaches and managers and whatnot, but we just simply can't afford it. We've got no interest in it at the moment. Team's doing fine without all of that shenanigans. I've got an assistant manager that can handle that stuff. I think I've got a head of youth development that can handle the under 18s as well, so we don't need full-on managers for those roles. Yeah, he's all right. On loan till the end of the season. That'll do us. James Roberts, the key man for Halesowen. Okay, we know nothing about this guy really, other than he's probably a winger. Is that the Barnet match I just saw looming there? So yeah, that'll be FA Cup first round, as you can see, against League 2 Barnet. That'll be a huge game for us, and we're at home. So we'll be looking to impress in front of the home crowd and see if we can perform an act of giant slaying and beat them. Apparently, Luke Lyons' performances are cause for concern at the moment. We'll have to keep an eye on him. All right, who's been spending money this season? Look at that, Barrow spending 94k. Wow. And then Blyth have spent 6k, and nobody else has spent anything. That's about right for this division. I'm surprised Braintree didn't, though. And where's Billericay? Is Billericay in this division? No, they're not. Oh, someone went to Billericay. Oh, they're in the division above us already. Yeah, no wonder. They got money. Billericay. Okay, so bank balance is looking fine. We're not losing money hand over fist just yet. I think, yeah, home advantage is giving us a slight edge in this match. That's what we want to hear. Next it says, play for a draw against Barnet, get an extra match out of it. It's probably a good idea, but I'd rather play and win it, to be honest. And now I'll have an extra fixture against possibly an even bigger club, maybe. That might be worth more to me in the long run. But I think my chances of beating them are pretty slim. I think we're just going to have to go out, do the best we can, cross our fingers, and see what result we get from it. I might not even watch that match. I might just wait in the changing room, do a Brian Clough and not watch. It worked out for him at Derby County anyway. Right. Let's make this new lad available for the under-23s. Luke O'Reilly is back. Yeah, that's good. He can resume his role in goal. His backup, Jameson, obviously last season's #1 keeper, let in 3 goals against Kidderminster. So I'm very pleased to have O'Reilly back from his short injury. Okay. Yeah, that swapped. How's everyone else doing? Yeah, we've had enough time for a rest. That's good. Right, where's my left back gone? I'm confused. I should have a left back. Evans, where is Evans? Is he in my under-23s for some daft reason? There he is. Yeah. What? I didn't bring him in to be an under-23 player. I brought him in to be a reserve for the first team. And the moment I take him off the subs bench, he ends up in the under-23s. Madness. Right, there he is. That's what we wanted to do. This is fine. Yeah, we're going with the first team. And we'll keep an eye on Lyons. His form has been a little bit poor of late. His overall average is still okay, but yeah. Bit concerning that Captain Kieran Green has the lowest average rating out of the entire first 11 at the moment, but maybe he's just adjusting to the captain role, finding his feet still. Aggressively, I fully expect you to keep our run going and win. Yeah, there we go. They responded well. Because I really do expect a win from here. Ebanks Blake on the field for Halesowen is going to make things interesting, though. A man who's formerly played top flight football, finding himself all the way down here at the age of 33. But Blyth have the first attack highlight and Maguire smashes it straight into the keeper's hands. You're not going to score like that, Dan. Michael Liddell taking a corner. As it starts to rain at Croft Park, business as usual. It's always raining here. Sangari on the edge of the box. Bradley Fuster picking up the loose ball, playing it to Kieran Green. Blyth still in possession, but the bite being lost from their attacking move there. And the highlight ends. Egan to Reed. Reed out wide, finding Michael Liddell. Can he put in a dangerous trademark cross? He can. He finds Bradley Fuster, but well shut down by the number 4 of Halesowen. That goes out for a corner, which Kieran Green will take. Whips it in. It's a terrible corner. Okay, Sangari fouled in possession, though, on the edge of the box. So that will be a free kick to Blyth. Who's going to take it? Michael Liddell. with his left foot, smashes it straight into the wall, somehow bundles through the wall with his with the rebound. And I think that's... Well, I don't get to see, but I think that ended up being a Blyth throw in the end. Hard to say, though. There was a lot of bouncing. And Roberts for Halesowen puts it across to Ebanks-Blake. And I didn't expect him to miss that. Thankfully, he did. But what an opportunity there for Halesowen. And they come away with a corner. Bernard with the defensive header. Saving Blyth from the danger. But yeah, this is nervous time. I really need this win. I need this win, boys. Little long ball finds Dan Maguire in the box and he scores from 6 yards. We're one ahead. That's great. Now I can kind of relax a little bit. What a ball that was to Dan Maguire. Over the top, long, and Dan Maguire smashing it home from 6 yards. So Nexus says, so in Sunderland till I die, it looked like they were overspending on transfers during their Premiership run and not making enough on selling players to the point of wearing out the owner's desire to fund the team once they were relegated. Sounds about right, to be honest. Also, the scouting staff weren't getting it and were still scouting world-class players. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a fair assessment to me. Sangare smashing the ball into the box with a free kick. Comes out to Reed again. Back off a blue shirt. And that's the end of that move. Well. We are 1 goal up, but I feel like we're not getting enough highlights going our way just yet. Let's give them a morale boost. No? Okay. No morale boost. They didn't like that. As we kick off the second half, let's hope we've not rattled the team with that team talk. Long ball searching for Bradley Fuster. Doesn't find him, unfortunately. And Halesowen are on the attack with Alpha. Is that Alpha? I think that's what it said. The text is small and it moves fast. Yeah, Alpha. There we go. Believe it or not, I do actually have 20/20 vision. I was very recently checked. I had my eyes tested like less than a month ago. And I still have 20/20 vision. It's just, believe me, the text is very small and it moves fast. It's hard to catch it sometimes. Lions to O'Reilly. Keeper playing safe at the back. Out to Lang, who thumps a long ball looking for Dan Maguire, and he finds him. Dan Maguire 1-on-1 with the keeper. Oh, and he doesn't miss many chances like that, but he did miss that one. What a shame. It could have been very easily 2-0 to Blyth Spartans at that point. Michael Liddell with a free kick, and what a free kick it was. His second goal of the season. And that was, yeah, that was fantastic for this level. Right from the corner of the 18-yard box, up and over the wall, and then down into the near post corner of the net. That was a cracking free kick at this level. Let's demand more again. I want more than 2 goals. I want a third. I want a proper cushion. Ebanks-Blake picking up a yellow card, probably getting a bit frustrated now. Dan Maguire to Egan. Egan with the cross. It's a poor one though, but Sangare picks up the ball from the defensive header, playing in Michael Liddell. He's on a good game, but that was not good. He just let himself lose the ball for nothing there. What a shame. Green winning the ball in midfield. Back to Liddell. And plays it immediately back to Green. Lang suddenly with the long ball, finding Bradley Fuster. It was a good effort from the left foot of Fuster there. And kept out well by Halesowen goalkeeper. It will be a Blyth corner. Liddell swings it in. And Gold claims it easily. Or Gould. How does he say his name? Probably Gould. Approaching the 70th minute. Team largely looking confident. Bradley Fuster looking a little bit complacent, apparently. All right, let's give him some praise. We are 2 goals up. Let's have a bit of variety in what we scream at the team. Ah, they're fired up by that. They enjoyed that. Good stuff. Let's tell Reed to ease off the tackles. Kieran Green as well, picking up a yellow. At least our opposition's got more cards than us for a change. Still a lot of fouls in this game. Very, very messy football going on apparently. But luckily we don't have to see it. Of course, Sangari picks up his customary yellow as well. And Hellzone are on the attack now. Defended well by Lyons. He's... obviously not out of form that much, is he? Dan Maguire looks to be through on goal. He is. He's one-on-one with the keeper. It was a good save, though. And hacked away by the defender. I think Tunnicliffe saved them from Dan Maguire picking up any rebound from that shot. And less than 10 minutes to go with a 2-0 lead. We're looking in control of this match. Let's tell them to concentrate, maybe? No, it's always risky, isn't it? Let's stick to the 2 tried and tested. Let's go for some praise. 4 yellow cards now, so we have caught up with our opponents in terms of yellows. Am I going to sub Egan? He's on a 63. I think I might. Oh, well, what's the point of telling him to ease off tackles if I'm literally about to take him off? But I suppose, you know, in the dying seconds, he might have got himself a red before he comes off the field. That has happened to me before. Someone that you want to sub just then gets sent off instead. And of course, you can't make the substitution, can you? But we managed to get that in. Smith is on the field. He's not seen much first-team football so far this season, and he's unlikely to with Egan playing as well as he's been. Sangari in with a good challenge there. Gets the ball to Bradley Fuster. Bradley Fuster playing it safely back to keeper O'Reilly. But O'Reilly fancies one more Blyth attack before the whistle and thumps it upfield. But we've lost possession before it really came to anything. Dan Maguire, though, on the ball. Chipping it forward, finding Bradley Fuster. Controls it well and hooks it in with his left. And that is a late goal in the final minute of added time for this match. And it is finally Blyth's turn for a super late goal. Dan Maguire making that with a great through ball, finding Bradley Fuster. Great control from Bradley Fuster. Great work with his left foot. And what a goal. Nexus asks, are there generic refs or are there specific refs who might call tighter games? The refs do vary, yeah. There's definitely differences. Like, you find some really card-happy referees that just dish them out left, right and centre. And some more lenient ones and that. Yeah, there are definite differences in the referees. Well, that was excellent, lads. A 3-0 win against Hellzone. We wanted that. That will knock them off their number 2 spot for sure. And it will certainly climb us a little bit closer to the top of the table. And yeah, that variance in the refs definitely does make things interesting. But of course, it can be frustrating if you're on the wrong side of a strict referee and you're just picking up booking after booking and eventual red cards. Right, so we moved up from 6th in the table to 4th now. Nobody's got any games in hand on us, so that place is ours and ours to keep for the time being. 29 points. We're very close. It is within reach once more. And as long as we keep beating these teams that are above us, well, we drew with Kidderminster, but we've beaten Hellzone, closing the gap between us and them to a mere 1 point. Look at our goal difference, though, this season. Plus 17. That is huge. That is very significant. And I do feel the addition of the new centre-backs and Luke O'Reilly, of course, in goal at the back is seriously helping us get a positive goal difference. this season. We're definitely not as leaky as we were last season. Spennymoor also on a very respectable plus 14, and league leaders at the moment, Chorley on a plus 11. It's looking pretty strong for them as well. But I can't remember. I don't think we've played Chorley yet, so perhaps there's a team that we can beat before too long. Let me just have a quick scan. No, we have not played Chorley so far this season, so we'll have to wait till December before we do, but still more football to play before then. And our next match will be against League 2 Barnet, and this will be a huge game for us. Obviously, they're the favourites. Only a foolish man would put money on Blyth for that match, but let's see if we can cause an upset. Lang on form, 100% on his defensive headers. Love that. Ignore the scouts once more. So we'll just push on through to this Barnet fixture now. I doubt there will be too much that requires our attention between now and then. They seem to create a lot of chances with this formation. And they're good against 4-4-2. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't play 4-4-2. Does not bother me. I'm hoping to catch him off guard, because a team of our stature, you would expect to go out and play fairly defensively, try to shut down any moves that they can make, and stay tight at the back so as not to concede any goals. And as Nex has suggested, try to play to get a second fixture. But I want to catch him off guard and go out with my attacking football that I love so much, and see if we can cause an upset and get a surprise. Because I think last season, the first League 2 team we played in the FA Cup last season, I think we won like 4-0 or something ridiculous by doing exactly that. So I'll certainly be looking to repeat that. Now, can I see... where can I see... schedule? No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm trying to remember where I can see... oh, there it is. Idiot. There we go. So let's just go back to last season. And let's look. There we go. Gillingham. It was Gillingham. Oh, it was 3-0. So not 4-0, but, 3-0 against the League 2 side is still damn good. Where are they now? Oh, they're League 1. Oh, were they League 1? Did we beat a League 1 side 3-0, or have they gone up? Let me just check their history. Oh, they were League 1. Oh my God. So we beat a much better team 3-0 last season. Man, this is looking more and more within our grasp, beating Barnet, but still, it's always a tough game against teams that are higher up in the football leagues than yourself. And let's not forget, they are a whole 2 divisions above us at this point. That's a lot of teams between us and them in the ratings. But that's what's beautiful about football. You never know. It's not completely predictable, and it has been known for small clubs to beat much bigger clubs many times, particularly in the FA Cup. It's well known for it. So we can hope. Lewis Lang making team of the week this time. Jesus, that is chock full of Spennymoor. I think he's pretty decent, if I remember rightly. Let's have a look at him anyway, just for fun. Yeah, wow. Spennymoor really making a statement this week, it seems. And this man Jolly, this little Jerome Jolly, think he scored against us for Bradford. He's only 18, but he's been definitely appearing in this team of the week more than a few times this season. I have to keep an eye on him. Doesn't play in a position that I use, but certainly have to be wary of him when playing against him. Osman Kake from Sierra Leone looks to be a key player for Barnet. Look, he seems pretty decent at right wing back. He's on loan from QPR. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, he's probably pretty good, isn't he? Who's moaning? Josh Dolling this time. Oh, come on. Sort him out, Kieran. Just for once. Oh, it worked. It actually did. Brilliant. We'll take it. Since the start of your Blyth tenureship, you haven't spoken to the press. Do you think this has hurt your ability to influence your team or your opposition? Blyth Chronicle. Thanks, Nexus. No, I don't think it has at all. I think the press are generally full of shit and are not to be trusted, even a little bit. Especially when it comes to sports or politics. Right, we are ready for the FA Cup spectacle of Blyth versus Barnet. We're only slight underdogs. Wow, that is high praise indeed, I think. Okay. Oh, just out of interest, let's see what Southgate's England squad news. Rob Holding of Arsenal. Okay. Adam Lallana returned from injury. Oh, Jesse Lingard left out due to injury. No, I didn't mean to click Rob Holding. I wanted to see the England team. There we go. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Oh, there he is. This young lad. He might shape up to be pretty decent, this guy. We were keeping an eye on him last season, I think. Right. Enough distraction with England. It's FA Cup time, and it's Blyth versus Barnet at Croft Park. Shall we take bets on if it will be raining? Place your bets now. Will it be pouring down at Croft Park once again, or will we finally see some sunshine? Yeah, let's praise Dan Maguire. It's good. It'd be nice if both strikers are in high spirits. And yeah, this Lions lad at the back, praise training. Good stuff. Right, can't be bothered to complain about those guys. They're not important to me. And Spennymoor next. right. A week after they get almost their whole first 11 in Team of the Week, I've got to play Spennymoor. They're going to be in high spirits and good form. 7th in the league, but we are at home, so that'll come in handy. But at least we get a nice rest after this cup match before we have to take on Spennymoor. Their form is inconsistent. Ours is decent. Okay. Gives us a little bit of hope. And we definitely want the A team out for this game. There we go. That is the A team. We're allowed a couple more subs, so bring on the usual guys. Maybe we'll bring on this lone player, Jay Rouse. See how he gets on if we do need to bring on a replacement for Sean Reid. And a whole ton of suspensions looming here. Oh well, let's just cross that bridge when we come to it. We might not need to worry about those suspensions in the FA Cup because we might be out after this game. So they're playing a 4-2-3-1 wide. Very, very common now. And we're sticking with what has been working for us so far, largely. What can we say? Yeah, go out there and carry straight on from where you finished last match. That would be great. If you can beat these guys, I'll be over the moon. And we're off at Croft Park. And so far, it looks kind of dry. I don't see a spot of rain at all. We'll take that. And Barnet playing in the yellow shirts with those fetching blue socks as well. That's quite a kit they've got there. Yellow, black and blue. Mostly the colours that bruisers end up going through in their various stages. O'Reilly playing it short to Lang. Lang thumping upfield, finding Bradley Fuster. Can he cut it across to Maguire? Maguire's in space and he smashes it home. There's about 5 yellow shirts trying to bundle into him, but it's too late. Too late. They should have been marking him before he got the ball. And what a start. Less than 10 minutes of football played. We've taken the lead against League 2 Barnet at Croft Park here. Look at that. Good chest down. And I think that shot took a deflection off one of the many defenders. But we'll take it. That's a goal. Dan Maguire's 17th of the season. With the assist from his strike partner, Bradley Fuster. Let's give him some praise. Early praise for a good start there. And they're looking fired up generally. Bernard with the throw to Maguire. Reed to Sangare. Out wide right to Egan. Tries for the cross. Takes a deflection but finds Sangare on the edge of the box. Who tries a shot but he can't find a way through. And apparently that results in a Barnet free kick. Not entirely sure what for, but never mind. And it's danger time in the Blyth half as the ball is pinging around the 18-yard box. Oh dear, Little with the defensive header, but it's poor. Luckily the shot was blocked and it goes out for a corner. Nexus says, unstable Blyth manager slights press. They're not to be trusted, Blyth Chronicle. Fake news. Fake news, damn it. Right, where are we at? We can't demand more yet, but I want to soon. Lyons takes a free kick, thumps it upfield. Sangare winning the header back to regain possession for Blyth. Egan wide right, hooking it in. Reed with the header, but saved easily by Nugent, the man at the back for Barnet. In goals, Little with the throw to Reed, comes straight back to Little. Little thumping it upfield, looking for the through ball for Bradley Fuster, but Santos has the pace, but he makes a terrible defensive error, allowing Bradley Fuster to get possession again, play it square to Dan Maguire, and what a goal. We are 2 up. Is this going to be another relative giant-slaying effort from Blyth Spartans? I certainly hope so. Being 2-0 up in the first half hour, it does look odds-on for a win at home for Little Blyth. 18th goal of the season there for Dan Maguire, and another assist for Bradley Fuster. Let's dole out some more praise. This is fantastic stuff. And so far, Barnet not putting a single shot on target. Now, if we can get to half-time without them having a shot, they're going to be so demoralised. We just got to hope that their manager doesn't stick a rocket up their arses with the team talk at half-time. They might, like Kidderminster, come out a completely different team for the second half, but let's hope not. Still, this half isn't over yet, and it looked like they were going to have a shot on goal. Came to nothing so far. Tutonda in possession for Barnet. Out wide, right for Kake. What's he going to do with it? Puts in a cross, finding right, but closed down nicely by the Blyth defence. The move isn't over yet. Another dangerous looking cross. Luke O'Reilly doing well to keep that header out of his net. And it goes out for a Barnet corner. Oh, what a save by Luke O'Reilly there. I've barely got any words. I'm too tense. Dan Maguire running up the field, though, with the counter-attack after that move. Looking to return the favour for the assists from Bradley Fuster, but unfortunately his pass was poor, and it goes out for a corner. Kieran Green takes the corner, finds the head of Bernard, but Nugent claims the ball. We're not getting a goal off that manoeuvre. Let's go for some demand more at this stage, as we have less than a minute before the half-time whistle is due. There will be 2 more minutes of added time, though. And that went without event. Possession is well in favour of Barnet, but it's not about how much possession you have, it's about what you do with it. And so far, Blyth have taken their chances in the 10th and 29th minutes in the form of Dan Maguire, both goals assisted by Bradley Fuster, who has since apparently got himself booked. I don't know what that's for. Yeah, they're doing excellent. Let's tell them that. Good advice from the assistant manager, I hope. Certainly seemed to raise the spirits of the team before kicking off the second half. And let's see what we have in our future. Hopefully it's a win. Sangari charging upfield with the ball. Looks for Bradley Fuster. Poor pass, though. And Colthurst, is that? Through on goal with the shot. I mean, yeah. It says it looked easier to score than miss. It certainly did. Somehow Luke O'Reilly keeping it out. Chair taking a corner for Barnet, but it's too long and Sangari will pick that up and get it away from danger. Let's demand more. As the highlights seem to be going Barnet's way. They've obviously had a decent team talk at half-time. Team was looking pressured by the feedback briefly there. Perhaps it's praise they need in this match. We need to keep an eye on their fitness levels. They look all right at the moment. I guess Egan is probably the most in danger. Particularly now he's picked up a yellow as well. Man, what a nightmare it would be if we suddenly got a red card and this all fell apart. Why do I say things like that? Why am I tempting fate, eh? I don't know. Let's praise the lads. There we go. Reed looking complacent, but most of the others looking fired up. But Chair takes a corner for Barnet. This could be a disaster, and it looked close to being one. But that's gone out for a goal kick, to my relief at least. And we're not getting the highlights. But 10 minutes to go. Here we go. A throw from Lang, finding Bradley Fuster. Played square to Sean Reed. Back to Fuster. Fuster back to Lang. Lang with the ball over the top. Only finds Barnet defender Santos. And it's pinging about a little bit until it finds Wright, who runs the ball forward, playing it out wide right for the Barnet winger, who, oh no, puts in a dangerous looking cross that results in a foul. And the ref points to the spot. It will be a penalty to Barnet, and Reynolds steps up to take it. And oh, O'Reilly, the Superman, makes a save. Surely that must have sapped away any last bit of fight Barnet had for this match, as there are only 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minutes of normal time left to go. That penalty miss must have been devastating for them. What a save by Luke O'Reilly. Oh man, season's best signing by a mile for sure. Luke O'Reilly has saved our skins so many times already in his short time at Blyth. Another poor corner. Par for the course for Blyth there. Kieran Green on the edge of the 18-yard box. What's he got in him? Nothing but a pass to Lang. Lang doesn't want it. He's giving it back to Green. Green's got 2 men on, and that is full time. We've won 2-0. 2-0 against League 2 Barnet. We're through to the next round of the FA Cup. We are once again on course for a good money run in the Cup this season. Yeah, no, not aggressive. Passionately tell them that I'm very pleased with that. There we go. Well done, boys. That was a fantastic result. Now, fingers crossed, on Monday we will see who we've got in the FA Cup second round, and I hope it's an easy draw and we can progress even further. So the more matches we get out of this cup, the better. Wow. What a win. 18k for that win against Barnet. Fantastic. Good money there. And Dan Maguire with a brace of goals there. Doing well. But let's not forget Bradley Fuster making the assists as well. Just as important, as far as I'm concerned. Right, so we'll see the FA Cup draw. That'll be the next bit of exciting news. And then it's on to Spennymoor. Leighton Egan has picked up a one-match ban just for FA Cup matches. Okay, that'll be problematic for our next game in the Cup. But oh well, can't be helped. I think we are playing quite aggressive, charging down football. Although to watch my players, you wouldn't believe it. I'm pretty sure I set in the strategy for them to be closing down very aggressively or very frequently, whatever the way it's described is. And that can result in some fouls. Right. Just want to see that FA Cup draw. Why has the information disappeared? I don't know. Never mind. Junior Legends, hello. Yes, we missed out on promotion in the first season by 1 point. We nearly won the league. We were denied by 1 point. We literally needed just a draw in the last game of the season to win the league, and we lost it. And then we got to the playoff finals, and we lost that 1-0. So, yeah, completely bottled it. Absolutely good. But we're now in Season 2, still in the Panorama North. And we're 16 games in. We're on 29 points. We're not far off top spot, but currently 4th. It's going well. We've just beaten League 2 Barnet in the FA Cup, though. A 2-0 victory there. I'm pretty pleased with that result, and I'm just waiting to find out who my next opponent will be in the FA Cup second round, I think. Yeah, still only Season 2. I'm only doing this... This playthrough is just 3 nights a week, so progress is relatively slow. But we'll get there in the end. Right, Spennymoor scouting report. Spennymoor, again, let's remember they had almost their entire team in the team of the week last week, so they're going to be in high spirits, no doubt. Junior Legend said, I changed my formation, I've won 8 or 9 in a row. Nice. What did you change your formation to? It's kind of a 4-4-1-1. Okay, that's a good solid formation. Definitely been popular in the past. Oh, I'm glad it's working out for you, though. I'm still a big fan of this. I like 3 at the back. I like wing backs. This in you know, the defensive half of the pitch. I love this. And then yeah, this is what I normally do with the rest of my team: 2 across the centre, 1 attacking mid, and 2 strikers. I feel just for my personal preference, I feel that wing backs can fulfil the roles of fullbacks and wingers in terms of crossing. I don't expect these guys to score generally, but they provide opportunities for these men up the front there. Just how I like it to go. I'm all right, mate. I'm fine for the link. I prefer to just kind of experiment, play things my own way on this. I'm aware that there are a lot of formations out there on the internet that you can just pick up, but I'm a big fan of just playing football how I like football to be played, if you know what I mean. So that's just how I enjoy the game. Kabiru Obi looks to be a terrible footballer. He's not getting a contract. Sorry, mate. Off you go. Oh, interesting, though. Did just notice. Oh, no, he's a fullback type wing-back, not a wing-back. No, you're completely useless to me, mate. You've gone from 18th in the table to 4th. Wow. That is clearly working out then. You don't have the resources to compete in the championship without some drastic moves. Yeah, I imagine times are tough once you get up there. Right, Charlton Athletic. Oh, man. Well, we're probably not getting past Charlton in the FA Cup. This will be the end of our FA Cup run when we play them. They're currently sitting 4th in League One. I can't imagine we beat them. Not unless they decide they really don't care about the cup and just field a bunch of reserves against me. But yeah, well, at least that should be a good turnout. Charlton, I believe, have a reasonable amount of fans, certainly compared to Blyth Spartans. So we should make a bit of money out of that fixture anyway. Even if it is our last cup game of this season. Well, our last FA Cup. There'll still be the FA Trophy to come. And, of course, we always hope for a good run in that as well. Let's praise some recent form. Okay, he didn't like it. How about Bradley Fuster? Yeah, good. Oh, that's good. Right, Elliot Holmes. He's not that bad, to be honest. I didn't really want him as a central midfielder. I wanted to loan an attacking centre mid, but I've already loaned one of his teammates, who will probably do for now. Although this guy actually looks better. Let's see. Let's see if I'm allowed to loan him as well, because I got his teammate for literally nothing. I can always cancel that loan if I need to. Right, suggest terms. Yep, they think that's acceptable. Good stuff. Maybe doing a quick little swap for one whole loan player to another. Southport on the verge of Premiership football. Yeah. Who'd have thought, Junior Legends? Who would have thought? What kind of a world would it take for Southport to make it into the Premiership? Right, we've finished scouting him and only got 15% knowledge. That's not exactly what I call finished, scouts. I think you need to do a little bit more work on that one. Adam Boys, striker for Spennymoor. Looks pretty dangerous. Finishing 12. Heading 10. And he can play a good set of roles as well. Okay. Oh, I'm getting offered jobs left, right and centre here. Clearly I'm performing above expectations at Blyth Spartans. Hartlepool United chairman Raj Singh has invited me to an interview. They're in the Vanarama National League. No, we're going to decline that. Sorry. Don't like any other club. We're sticking with the Spartans. Darlington have made an offer to loan Elliot Holmes as well. I wonder, are Darlington spying on me? I literally just made that offer. And now they've gone in for one. I think they've been taking lessons off the current Leeds manager, perhaps. Junior Legend says, I've jinxed my win streak. I'm running out of time in a draw versus Swansea. Oh, it always happens. Every good run comes to an end in Football Manager. There's no such thing as never losing, I'm afraid. How are we doing? We haven't lost in quite a while. In fact, the whole of this season, friendlies included, we've only lost one game, and that was against bogey team Boston United. And yeah, wow, we're doing pretty well so far. But we have had an absolute ton of draws. But still, I'll take draws over losses. Right, so we've got the slight edge in our match against Spennymoor, but this will be a big deal for us. Spennymoor, of course, will be very much looking to climb their way up the table at the expense of ourselves, and we want to keep them down there. All right, criticise Paul Smith. Oh, you're going to have to play games, Paul Smith, because Leighton Egan is going to be suspended for our next FA Cup game. I don't know if any of you remember that, which means Paul Smith's going to have to play, and he's training like a muppet at the moment. Right, let's move on. Next it says, visit North Korea is now sponsoring Blyth Spartans. No. If we were sponsored by North Korea, we'd probably have a little bit more cash to play with, maybe. Imagine it if a country's national budget is sponsoring you, you're going to do all right. That kind of thing certainly worked out in Spain, eh? Right, we need to ditch some subs. We're only allowed 5 in the league. Oh, I forgot to bring on that new loan player, but still, we might be getting rid of him very soon. You're joking. Is that right, Nexus? As of December the 27th? In real life, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But this season's shirt is this. This is this season's shirt. Oh my god, I can't believe it. That is bizarre. Are you sure that's not like some kind of weird joke going on the internet? I can't. I'm gonna have to Google this after the stream. I'm gobsmacked. Oh, it's just a single pitch board, right? Okay, it's not going on the shirt or anything. Fair enough. That's different. Visit North Korea, being advertised at Croft Park. Brilliant. Right, go out and impress me. Yeah, do that. Spennymoor in the red. This is a big game here. And we're certainly looking for a win. How's the table looking at the moment? Oh, we don't get to see it for very long. Not helpful game, not helpful. 2 minutes gone. Is it too early to scream at them after 2 minutes of football, or do I let them settle in a bit? They're looking composed at the moment. Oh, Kieran Green picking up a yellow and a highlight for Spennymoor. Yeah, we're demanding more immediately. Stop. Do not let them score. Stanton on the edge of the box. Oh, well closed down there by this man. Didn't quite see who he was. They all look pretty much the same. Dan Maguire does number 5 beautifully. Plays in Bradley Fewster, who takes a shot for the penalty spot, and it's saved by Gould, I think. Is that the name of that keeper? Green with the corner. It didn't look bad. Yeah, it's another goalkeeper called Gould. Literally just played against one with the same surname. Michael Little with a free kick. Smashes it into the Spennymoor wall, and it goes out for a corner. Catch 22, it says, how much would a board like that cost? Maybe we should all chip in and get one that says Doyle Doyle for Prime Minister. Not for Prime Minister, just for Manager of Blyth. That'll do. I'll settle for that. Man, I probably wouldn't last 3 days in that job. I'd be there for less time than Brian Clough was managing Leeds. Right, Liddell with the long ball, finding Dan Maguire. Dan Maguire, one-on-one with the keeper. Smashes it at the keeper, and it's a good save by Gould again. And it'll be another Blyth corner. Can't help but feel we deserved a goal there. Green takes a terrible corner once more. But the defensive header only going as far as Sangari. Bernard in the middle to Lyons to Lang. The three centre-backs still well up the field after that corner. But the move comes to nothing. Catch 22 said, if that's all, consider it done. Right, yeah, let's tell Kieran Green to calm down a little bit. Yeah, we need to demand more. Maybe I'll last longer than Nexus in a battle mech. Yeah. Yeah. You're never going to let that slide, are you, Nexus? Oh, dear. Oh! That was actually a good corner from Blyth Spartans for a change. Finding the head of Kieran Green there, but it was saved by the keeper, and Kieran Green now finds himself taking a corner. It's headed out by Spennymoor defender O'Donnell, and then a good tackle from Hodge, bringing that move to an end. And it's 0-0 as we approach half-time here at Croft Park, and I really would feel a lot more comfortable with at least a goal before the whistle, but if we have to go in drawing, it's better than losing. Junior Legend saying, got to finish those. Yeah, from that shot earlier, absolutely. Dan Maguire ordinarily would finish those as well. Don't know what he was thinking there. Stanton puts in a dangerous shot, which is saved by Luke O'Reilly, and it goes out for a Spennymoor corner. O'Donnell taking the corner now. Plays it out to Ramshaw. Ramshaw's lining up a shot, and what a shot it was. What a strike. Rob Ramshaw. Oh, he's offside. Who's offside? Oh, 3 players are offside. But they didn't interfere with play. Oh, I'm not arguing, ref. I'm not arguing. It's offside. Goal disallowed. Brilliant. My God, right. Well, that has definitely given us a scare just before the half-time whistle and shown that Spennymoor are well capable of scoring against us, given half a chance. That really was only half a chance. Let's aggressively bollock them. Yeah, there we go. Sort your lives out. Yeah, could have been a deflection. Yeah, could have been a deflection, Junior Legends is saying. Yeah, you might be right there. It's hard to see from that replay, wasn't it? Right, Liddell with the throw-in. Oh no, Ramshaw on the ball. Danger man. Plays it to Atkinson. All the way back to the man at the back, Gould. Who brings it out of his goal a fair way before kicking it upfield. Only as far as Leighton Egan, though. Has he got a long ball in him? Can he find Dan Maguire? Yes, he can. Dan Maguire chips it across to Bradley Fuster, who finishes from 6 yards. And we are in the lead. Bradley Fuster scoring against his former club there for his 11th goal of the season. He couldn't score for Spennymoor, but he can score against them for Blyth. We will take that. Although, in actual fact, in Football Manager 2018, he was scoring loads of goals for Spennymoor. He just didn't manage to in real life, unfortunately, did he? But what a goal there. And we are very happy to take that lead. Let's praise the boys. They paid $190 for the advert, but it doesn't say how long the board will be up. That doesn't even sound that bad, does it? You can get anything you want on there, really, couldn't you? Dan Maguire with a curling shot, looking for the top right-hand corner of the goal there, but fails to find it. It's not often he doesn't put it on target at least, but there's Reed with a quick fire set of passes resulting in a goal there. Let's see that again. We need that in slow motion. Little with the throw in to Bradley Fuster. Little flick back to... It's so exciting it made me sneeze, interrupting the commentary. But the result was Reed smashed it in the goal. That's all you need to know, really. And we're 2-0 up. All right, let's demand more. A third goal would be great as Kieran Green picks the ball up in midfield, playing it to Sangari. Sangari finds Bradley Fuster, who knocks it out to the right to Egan. Switches up play to Michael Liddell on the left. Sangari drilling a long-range effort there from outside the box, but failing to find the net. And we are late in the game now. 2 goals up. And some of the Spennymoor players looking furious. Maybe they're furious at their manager for allowing the likes of goal machine Bradley Fuster to go. Man, if he turns into this kind of a goal machine in real life, this man's going to have a good career. But I do fear that it's one of those football manager little bits of magic. Every now and then you get someone, don't you, that just does a lot better than their real life counterpart for some reason. There's some gremlin in the system that marks them out as being an amazing player for some reason. All right, Sangari taking the ball upfield, plays the ball long again. The pace of Dan Maguire, leaving the Spennymoor defence completely stranded, and he rounds the keeper and slots it into an open net. And yes, mate, that deserves a cartwheel for sure. What a finish. What a long ball. What a burst of pace. And watch this. Keeper desperately trying to win that ball, but you can't beat Dan Maguire, and that's his 19th goal of the season, and we're 3-0 up with a mere 10 minutes of the game to go. Oh, Reed seems to have picked up a stubbed toe, apparently. He's on a yellow card as well, so although there's only a couple of minutes to go, we may as well bring Josh Dolling on. No pressure on you, Josh. "19 goals, you weren't that far into the season, I thought. He's on some pace." Yeah, no, we're like, what's his game, 17, as you can see here. Yeah, Dan Maguire's had a great start this season. He's banging them in. Bradley Fuster was top scorer for the league and obviously for the club last season, and I think Dan Maguire felt a little bit left out of the limelight. So he's really pulled out all the stops this season, and we've conceded an added time late goal against Spennymoor, but it will merely be a consolation. I'm not too upset about this. Defence caught napping, sitting on their laurels, thinking this game's in the bag as we're 3-0 up. But Spennymoor pulling it back to 3-1. But I don't think they've got another 2 goals in them before that whistle goes somehow. I think we'll be okay. And this could be the final highlight as Egan throws the ball to Dan Maguire. Comes back out to Egan with a deflection. Sangari to Green. Green back to Sangari. Josh Dolling getting probably his only touch of the match. And there's the whistle, and we have won 3-1. Great result. Always nice to beat Spennymoor. That's the time they did well. And of course Bradley Fuster scoring against his former club. Also nice. Okay, where does that leave us? Second in the table now. 2 points behind league leaders Chorley. And Spennymoor still in the playoffs after that defeat. Goal-friendly Spennymoor. What do they mean by that? Are they scoring a lot of goals? I guess so. Well, let's praise Reed. He scored a great goal. McQuaid satisfied with the win. Well, yeah, tell the press whatever you want, McQuaid. I'm just glad I don't have to deal with him. Hey, Gromulus, how you doing? The next says it might be for the remainder of the year as the regular rate for TV viewable board is £150. What's that, £150 a week or a season? You've missed that. The discussion, Gromulus, is that Visit North Korea are going to have an advertising board in the Blyth Spartans stadium. And they're discussing whether they can just get an advertising board, like how much it would cost. Midnight stole a hot dog. Oh dear. The cat not find them a bit salty? I don't know. Maybe it's going to get thrown up somewhere on your carpet later on. Oh, wow, we're getting all the tough games in a clump again, just like last season. So we've just dealt with Kidderminster, Halesowen, Spannymoor, and then we've got Hereford, and then Charlton in the Cup, and then Chorley. Oh, man, that's quite a run of tough teams in a chunk there. Still, if we come out of it with the results we want, we could find ourselves at the top of the league by the end of it. So the FA Trophy draw has just occurred, and we've been drawn against South Shields. They're non-league, of course. No worries about facing them. Do we want to arrange extra time? No. I only generally agree to extra time when I'm playing at my home stadium, because I generally rather have a replay, bring in a bit of extra money, although it can be murder on the fitness levels of your players at this level. But we generally get away with it, don't we? Oh, Gromnis says, nah, these are Amish hot dogs, all natural. Okay. I'm not reading that out, Nexus. They might see this on YouTube. I can't say that. They'll be sending someone round my house. Right. Why is Kieran Evans not available for the under-23s right now? What's been going on there? Okay, so Elliot Holmes has agreed to the loan deal. We'll take that. Adam Long. What was he? Oh, he was just on trial, wasn't he? That's all. And I didn't want to take him because his first touch was absolute toilet. His passing as well. Yeah, no. See you later, mate. That's fine. You can go. Team of the week. What do we got? Michael Liddell again. He's doing really well this season. He's having a great season in that left wing back role. 17 appearances in the league, 2 goals, 9 assists. Good stuff, really. You got to play at Anfield in the FA Cup. Got hammered, yeah, obviously. But took him well over $1 million from gate receipts. Wow, that is mega bucks for your club. Absolute mega bucks. Right, so yeah, Elliot Holmes is going to be a much better loan for that attacking centre midfield. midfield role. But we'll keep both of them for now. And they can both just kind of stagnate for a bit. They're not my players. I don't own them. Doesn't matter. They're just there to fill in an emergency for me. Although that being said, the new guy might make a good guy for the bench because he can play centre midfield and attacking centre midfield quite convincingly. We'll have a look at that in a sec. First things first, though. We're going to be on the telly. We're going to be on the telly. And we're going to get 35,000 in TV revenue money for the match. Oh, that's lovely. That is lovely. That will sit quite nicely round about here-ish. Overall balance now at 252k. We're doing well. Still only slightly spending over our wage budget. Certainly by less than we were overspending last season. And we've really barely impacted our transfer budget as well. So, in effect, that probably covers this quite comfortably. I just can't be bothered to adjust it just in case I decide to sign someone at some point in the season. You never know. You might see some superstar at some point that you just have to have. Oh, there's Brotherton, isn't there? We'll have to check him later before I end the session. We've got another hour to go, though. Oh, man. Every time I remember Brotherton, I'm still kicking myself for sealing that deal and then accidentally clicking walk away. It's like, oh, just typical luck, guys. Paul Smith out with a bruised knee. Okay, that's not good. Because I believe our next fixture... Oh, no, it isn't. We've got Hereford first. That's all right. But for Charlton, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Egan suspended, look. So having our only other right wing back unavailable would be really bad for us. So I might just have to have a quick look in case I can loan somebody. Right, interested in loan. And we want wing back right. Drew Talbot, 33 years old. Okay. See if I can get away with offering nothing. But I doubt they'll allow it. Unacceptable. Damn it. Okay. How about 10%? I'm a poor club, Chesterfield. Come on. I sold you Jarrett Rivers. All right, don't be mean. I gave you a really good deal on him. Let's see what they say. They're probably going to get back to me and say no, but never mind. Gromless says 33. That's dinosaur age for soccer players. No, it's not. Not in this day and age. Not in the age of super fitness regimens and diets and all of that. They can play well into their 30s now. He'll be all right. We only need him as a fill-in anyway. He's only going to maybe have to play one match and then his job will be done. Keelan O'Connell is their key player. Attacking midfielder left. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye on him in case he starts putting in some dangerous crosses. Oh, Michael Wood's still complaining. Yeah, sort him out, please, Kieran. Ugh. All right, do you want a loan? How about a loan? Yeah, he wants a loan. That'll do. Off you go. What am I doing? There we go. Offer to clubs. Loan. Go. Just get out of my sight. Because this... Oh, what's going on here? I'll just switch those around. I didn't even know you could drag and drop things. Huh. Well, I just learned something new. I didn't even know you could change the position of these things. But apparently you can. You can drag and drop them. Never mind. What I actually want is to have a look at this new guy I've loaned in. This Holmes. Yeah, because basically he can play competently in midfield and in attacking centre mid. So if I just take Woods off the bench entirely, then I don't need to worry about the fact that I don't have Nicholas available most of the time. This guy can fill in for an injury on any of these 3 players, and that is good. Obviously, when you've only got a subs bench of 5, versatility in your subs is a big deal at this level. Right, Smith injured. Yeah, he's back in 2 days though, so he's probably going to make the match. Oh, Jesus, look at all these. Oh, man. 7 players who are 1 card away from a suspension. Oh, this is the season I'm forced into rotating my squad, isn't it? Just due to suspensions. I got away with only using, I think, a total of 17 players last season, which really is pretty tight and stingy on who I used. Nobody wants you, Woods. There you go. What a surprise. Right. Every chance of walking away with a result against slight favourites Hereford. And we lost away from home against Hereford last season. Have we played them already this season? We have not played Hereford this season. Okay, yeah, they scare me a little bit because they were a good side and they are 3rd in the league and everything to play for, and we're away from home as well. So they're going to be pulling out all the stops to knock us off our spot. Right, what do they want? 170. All right. I'll agree to that. How about that? But not for unused. How about if I don't use him, I pay nothing? How's that sound? Awkward. Why you got to be so awkward, Chesterfield? All right, fine. We'll do it your way. But only because I'm in a desperate spot. Right, praise Bradley. All hail the mighty Bradley Fuster and Dan Maguire as well. And yeah, let's do Lions as well. Good training, boys. Oh, Lewis Lang, what is this? What is this lack of effort all of a sudden? And the rest of you, you're allowed to train poorly. We don't care about you. All right. Match time very soon. They've accepted the loan offer. Good. Does that mean I've got him in the club in time for this match or not? Did I seal the deal in time? We will find out, I guess. You're injured, so you're not available for that because I don't want you getting used and then picking up a serious injury. That would be really annoying. Okay, so their form is inconsistent at the moment, although really in 5 games, 2 wins and 2 draws out of the last 4 played isn't that bad at all. Our form is excellent though, which is always nice. But we're 2 points behind top spot, and oh man, getting this win would be so important to us. Let's see, who are Chorley playing? Stalybridge. Okay, they're down in 19th, so Chorley probably aren't going to lose that, are they? Never mind. This is a tough game for us though. Nexus says 33. Gordie Howe retired from hockey at 52. Bit of a publicity stunt, admittedly, but Chris Chelios was 48 when he retired, and he was still better than 50% of the defensemen in the league. Wow, that is impressive in hockey, because that is really, really physical. It's not like, yeah, I mean, football, they they don't really smash into each other anywhere near like occurs in ice hockey. But then again, you don't have to be out on the ice for as long, do you? You kind of rotate a lot more in ice hockey, for good reason, of course. You know, it's very exhausting, but I suppose it requires a different kind of fitness to get through 90 minutes of football, doesn't it? Wow, that's pretty impressive stuff, though. 52 years old. Wow. Okay, did we get that loanee in time? No, doesn't look like he's arrived. So, well, Egan can't play in that cup match anyway, so he's definitely going to play this match. And yes, we'll have the A team out. And damn the consequences on all these suspensions. Oh man, imagine what would happen to me if every one of these players picks up a yellow in this match. And suddenly I find myself with 7 suspended players for my next game. Oh man, that would surely make the headlines. Pick up from where you left off last time. Yes, that was a good one. That was a good talk. Romulus says, my sister got expelled for hitting a ref in the groin with a field hockey stick. Nice. Rebel runs in the family then. Yeah, Nexus says, yeah, one is endurance and the other is speed. Yeah, talking about the difference between football and hockey there. Yeah, for sure. Ooh, first shot goes to Hednesford by the look. Sorry, Hereford. God, this is going to get confusing. There's Hereford and Hednesford in this league this season. But we are playing against Hereford in Hereford right now. Let's get that solid in my head. I've already gone for a demand more 5 minutes into the game because I'm not liking how things look from the statistics and the fact that we've not had a highlight and they seem to be about to have their second. But is that a rescue at the back? Could be. Dan Maguire running at the defence there, plays it to Michael Little, who makes a cross to Egan, and what a goal! 5 minutes, the demand more paying off. Leighton Egan scoring his first goal of the season, probably his only goal of the season, let's face it. He's, if I remember rightly, his finishing is 3. So we just witnessed somewhat of a miracle right there. The fact that he managed to find the net. It wasn't a bad strike either, to be fair to him. But yeah, finishing 3, you're not going to see many goals out of this guy. As you can see, it definitely is 3. 2 for long shots as well. But not a bad start. Let's give him a bit of praise. Oh no, oh no. Has this made it all come unstuck? Latty on the right to O'Connell. O'Connell's head had no power to it though. And O'Reilly claims it quite comfortably. Sangare with a free kick, smashing it into the wall. I swear he does that for fun. I think he just likes kicking the ball into people's faces, because that's all he does at the moment, is just smash it into the wall. Little with a corner for Blyth. Swings it in. Headed out by White, but picked up by Blythe Reed, who plays in Sangare, who smashes it with his left foot. Always hits the ball with power, but could do with more accuracy as well, as that went wide of the mark. O'Reilly playing the ball upfield. Green to Reed, back to Green. Captain Green playing in Lewis Lang, who loves the long ball, but he doesn't find a green shirt this time. But a defensive error from Lions allows Cooper through to take a shot, and well closed down by Luke O'Reilly, really saving our skins there. That was a terrible error by Lions. Demand more, that was appalling. Egan on the ball now. Plays to Captain Green. Nice cheeky little flick to Sangare. Sangare to Fuster. Well shut down there by the defence. But Blythe are still in possession. Ball sent forward. Can Bradley reach that? No. Nobody's that fast, I'm afraid. And it goes out for a goal kick. And Michael Little taking a corner for Blythe. Another terrible corner. But Reed picks the ball up. Has a crack. And there will be another corner as that took a deflection from the defender. Little steps up. It was a better looking corner, but it still came to absolutely nothing. Oh well. Can we demand more again? No, we can't. Okay, Reed Playing it safely back to the defence there. Lang, what's he got in the bag? Plays it out wide to Liddle. That's a good ball. Liddle with the first time cross. Oh, it's pinball in the box. Bradley Fuster had a shot, but it was well saved by the keeper and eventually comes out. But really, Allinson for Hereford there, saving them from conceding a second goal before half-time with a fantastic save. Reflexes of a cat there, it seems. And it is half-time, and we're 1-0 up away at Hereford. Thanks to Leighton Egan scoring a great goal for someone who's so terrible at shooting. Okay, let's give him some encouragement. Yeah, we'll take the advice this time. Lang. Ball sent up. Finding Reed. Reed playing it outright to Egan. Egan can't control it at all. Not only is he bad at shooting, but he's also bad at headers as well. So no surprise he failed to control it with his head there. And already there's an attack for Hereford, but that was a very hopeful crot looking thing there. Not quite a shot, not quite a cross, it's a crot. And Blyth seemingly on the attack now. Dan Maguire playing it into attacking centre mid. Sean Reid, who puts the ball through to Bradley Fuster, who finds himself one-on-one with the keeper and can't quite find the net. Good save again by Allinson at the back for Hereford. He's denied 2 potential goals so far, and that'll be a free kick to Hereford. And that move comes to nothing. Next it says, personally, the creativity in football can be magical versus the surprisingly formulaic hockey. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. That being said, though, I do still quite enjoy watching hockey. It can be a bit of a challenge keeping track of the puck on TV when it's flinging about, or even when you watch it in real life, to be honest. I have seen like live hockey. I've been to see the Nottingham Panthers being the closest hockey team to where I live. Derby doesn't have its own ice hockey team, unfortunately. But yeah, I've been to see the Panthers, and they play where me and Shell used to go ice skating. But yeah, it's pretty entertaining. But I suppose if you've grown up watching hockey all the time, maybe football makes a nice change. But it's the other way around for me, you see. Grew up with football and rugby, and ice hockey makes a nice change. So. Right, we have a corner for Blyth. Michael Liddle will take. Swings it in, but it's a terrible corner and well claimed by Allinson at the back. He's having a great game. Let's demand more. I'm not comfortable with only a 1-0 lead. I mean, we'll take it if we win the game by a goal, but anything could happen. Still plenty of time left in this match. Half an hour to go, well, just under now. Lions with a free kick, playing it long and up the field. Looks like this will be an attack for Hereford as O'Connell takes the ball up the field, playing to Hull, and then to White, and then Jackson, who has space for a shot, and that was a very good move from the Hereford team there. Very good flowing football. And once more, O'Reilly saving our skins with a fantastic save. And things are looking a little bit iffy for Blyth right now. Let's get some calm possession under our belts. Now Bradley Fuster looking for his partner, Dan Maguire. He finds him. Maguire back to Egan. Egan playing it square to Captain Green. He pulls it back to the defence. Now Sangari. Reed. Out left to Liddle. Liddle with a cross. Can't find a green shirt, but the clearance only goes as far as Kieran Green. Now Egan. Sangari. Michael Liddle through on goal, hits the post, and then with the rebound hits the keeper. What a shame. That could so very easily have been another goal. And once again, the Hereford keeper playing an absolute blinder. Let's demand more. What's his rating? He's only on a 6.8. He deserves more than a 6.8 from what I've seen. He's playing very well. Luke O'Reilly on a 7.1. No surprise there. He's been doing great. But I've just spotted Lions playing a 6.3 for us at the back. That's very, very dangerous. We're going to make that substitution. I wish I'd spotted that sooner. We've got Nathan Buddle, of course. And for sure, I think we should bring him on. Because we don't want any late-on defensive errors, do we now? Go out and make a difference, Nathan. He seemed motivated. Good stuff. Three minutes of normal time left to play. Hereford stringing together another nice set of passes that results in a second shot for Jackson. This time he does score. And there's the late equaliser we were worried about in the form of Marlon Jackson's low shot there. Finally beating Luke O'Reilly, who's done so well to keep them out so far. Can't really knock the keeper. He's put in a great performance. It's just the fact that Hereford have continuously created danger around our goal. They do deserve that equaliser, but maybe we can scab one more before the whistle. Dan Maguire's in the box, finds Bradley Fuster, but shot deflected by Hereford number 4 there, and it goes out for a corner. Blyth denied once more. I mean, we definitely could have had more goals this game, but so could Hereford. Both goalkeepers really putting in a sterling effort for their clubs in this match. It has been all about the goalkeepers. There have been plenty of shots, but only 2 goals, thanks to some incredible performances at the back there. And that free kick unfortunately comes to nothing. We are in the final minute. Luke O'Reilly runs out, playing the ball out to Michael Little on the left. Little to Sangari. Reed. Kieran Green. Lang playing it long. Back to Sangari. And Green. Out wide right, finding Leighton Egan. Sangari to Little. This is some good possession outside the Hereford box. And that will be a foul by Latty, giving Blyth a very late free kick. Can we take this shot before the whistle? Will it be another Sangari special as he smashes it straight into the face of someone in the wall? Whose face will it be? Oh, he manages to get it round the wall this time, but it's back to his old tricks of hitting the side netting, and that will be the whistle for full time. We've managed a 1-1 draw away at Hereford. I mean, we have to accept that, really. That was could have gone either way, that game, to be quite fair. And Leighton Egan, of course, scoring the goal for Blyth. Yeah, that was a tough result to take. Oh, apparently the team don't believe me, but it was. I was unlucky. Could have gone either way. What's Gromulus saying? I only ever went to one hockey game, but I was lucky. Bobby Orr, Tony Esposito and Phil Esposito all on that team at the same time. I even got to meet them after the game. Wow, that is lucky. Yeah, if you're only going to go to one hockey game. Wow. My uncle took me and he was very connected. Remember, my family's Sicilian. Oh, that explains it. The next says, Chicago was my dad's favourite team. We lived in the West, but he loved the way Chicago played the game. The 68-69 team. Wow. I wasn't even born then, Gromulus. That's going back away. Blyth denied by the late goal, but yeah, we'll accept that draw. Hereford, obviously, a strong team last season and this season. And at least, as long as we're not losing away from home against the good teams, I'm quite all right with a draw. Bradley Fuster has now picked up a 1-match suspension for that yellow card. At least it was only one player, though. That could have been a lot worse. But does that mean we've got to play Charlton without him? Or is that just for the league? I think we might have to be without him against Charlton. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. We're not far from it now. Oh, we're playing Celtic reserves. Why am I under 23s playing Celtic reserves? I guess that's a friendly? I don't know. I pay very little attention to my under 23s team. We won? You what? What's going on here? Unbelievable. Who'd have thought we'd win that game? Never mind, I'll take it. They were known as the Bruins Bruisers. They like to fight, did they? Just a whole team made out of enforcers, was it? You're a Red Wings fan, are you, Nexus? I picked the San Jose Sharks because I liked their shirt. That was it. I've got no connection to anywhere in Canada or America whatsoever, so I had no loyalties based on picking my team to follow. So I went for them, just based on the shirt and nothing else. When Tony retired, 7 of his teeth were fake. Ouch. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's a rough old game, is hockey. Next it says only 7. Right, Drew Talbot has agreed to join the club. That's that 33-year-old. Hopefully he'll be a reasonable fill-in when we need him. At right wing back. Mark Walker. Let's have a look at you. Nope, we don't want you. You're awful. Sorry, mate. All right, let's do some praising. Always important to remember to praise your team as well as scream at them. Generally, both are required in equal measure. Jay Rouse, yeah, we don't actually need you. Yeah, let's move you to the under-18s. Brought him in on loan. But I've since brought in better players on loan than him. Looking forward to this Charlton Athletic game. I really hope I can cause an upset. Obviously, I don't really believe that I'm going to. But I think this will be the end of my FA Cup run. But I'm looking forward to it because I want to see how much money we get from it. And because, it's always nice to have an attempt at beating a bigger team. Showing that we are deserving of being in a higher division. But yeah, Charlton, they do have a decent number of fans. So that's why it could be quite financially lucrative for us. If enough of them travel all the way up to Blyth. No, we're not taking that advice. And then immediately after that, we've got South Shields, non-league South Shields in the FA Trophy. So going to be a couple of games before our next league match. But still, should be some exciting cup football in the meantime. And then, of course, after that, it's Chorley. I'd forgotten it was going to be Chorley. Right, Imanol seems to be something special. Spanish lad for Charlton in goal. Okay. We know very little about him, but yeah, that means we're probably going to struggle to score against him if he's good. But yeah, Chorley. Now, again, away from home, it'll be a tough game, and we'll be looking to accept a draw. If that's the best we can get out of it, but a win would be spectacular. I'm going to have to look at the league table. I've not looked recently. Drew Talbot. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's pretty good at taking penalties. Let's add him. Elliot Holmes. He's not really that good at free kicks. Why are you recommending him? He's in fact no better than my other guys at free kicks, really. No, sod it. Right, Croft Park ready for FA Cup spectacle. And we're going to pack the stadium out. And yeah, of course, we are up against it. Apparently, we must respect Jason Pearce. He doesn't look too friendly, does he? Not really gone for a warm expression in that photograph. It's like, I'm going to eat your children. He's gone for that kind of look. A little bit intimidating. Oh my god. Gromulus says, I remember that game clearly. I was watching the game and my uncle grabbed me and pushed me to the side. Next second later, the puck came right through the glass where I'd been sitting. Jesus. Clearly going to be a memorable thing, that, isn't it? Oh, Paul Smith, stop being an absolute wanker. Right, we need to praise Luke. He's training well, but his pitch performances have been a bit iffy of late. It's a bit of a concern. That Luke Lyons. Oh, you kept the puck as well. Nice. Here we go. Blyth versus Charlton Athletic. Huge game. We're in strong form. They're in strong form. They're 2 divisions above us. This is going to be massive. Unfortunately, Leighton Egan suspended for this match. But Charlton do have 3 players missing with injuries. I still don't think that'll be enough to give us the edge. But, right, first things first. We've got to get Egan out. And where's that new guy, Talbot? Let's perhaps give him a try in place of Smith, since Smith was a wanker this week. How's Talbot look? Yeah, he's better than Smith so far. So, joins the club on loan. First match he plays is against Charlton in the FA Cup. What a day for 33-year-old Drew Talbot. He must surely be excited or intimidated. One way or the other, it's going to be a huge occasion for him. Who should I stick on the bench? Let's get Oliver and Jameson. That looks fine to me. And aside from having to miss out on Leighton Egan, this will be the A-team out for the game. Okay, cool. Just looking at my defensive relationships, they're going very well right now. Only some minor issues. This relationship here is fantastic. Sangare and Green have been playing pretty damn well together. All looking good, really. Right, let's submit the team and get this match on the go. Deep breath. Nervous times. Let's go. Yeah, Drew Talbot is lacking match fitness. Of course, that's a shame, but I'm sure he'll cope, and we'll bring on Smith later on in the match if we have to. So, a 4-1-4-1 formation being played by Charlton. And look at all these recognisable players with pictures compared to mine. A whole bunch of them that aren't famous enough to have pictures. Poor guys. This is going to be a tough game. So what are we going to say to fire the lads up? Tony McQuaid thinks we should say nothing, as usual. Thanks, Tony. Right. Nobody expects us to get results, so go out there and enjoy playing without any pressure on you. Let's try that. There we go. Let's just hope that the lads are relaxed and not intimidated by the big occasion. And we're off. And of course, it is once again raining at Croft Park as the match kicks off. Maybe the skill of Charlton will be undone by the quagmire of mud that is Croft Park in the rain. Who knows? All right, let's go for a demand more after 10 minutes of football. Possession stats not looking in our favour even a little bit right now. But we are still playing attacking football right now. We are trying our luck and having faith in the system. Sangare picking up a yellow card already. Not good, mate. Not good. All right, he's going to have to ease off the tackles. And here's a highlight. Lang to Fuster. Is this going to be our highlight? Really? That would be awesome. Bernard plays it forward. Finds Newman Talbot. What's he going to do? What's he going to do? He's going to lose possession. And it's a turnaround. And Grant is running through. He's in the box. He's beaten one man. He can't beat O'Reilly, though. Good save by O'Reilly. Not a good start for Drew Talbot there, really. Losing possession. I don't think he quite understands the Blyth Spartans system just yet. But who can blame him? He literally arrived at the club yesterday. And already he's playing a match and expected to know what to do. So can't be too harsh on him. Bernard's a bit pressured by the feedback. Everyone else is looking all right, though. And we've got a bit more possession now. Still no shots. Nothing to test. Apparently their star man at the back. That's Spanish Imanol, or whatever his name is. Oh, great tackle there by Michael Liddell. Dispossessing Charlton. But Nydam tackling Reed almost immediately back. And Charlton are back in possession already. And they're not giving up the football easily in this match, are they? Let's demand more. Some good passing football being played. And a long shot there by Longstaff. And well saved again by Luke O'Reilly. That will be a corner to Charlton, though. And Blyth at the moment still on no shots. Oh, Longstaff with another long shot. And that's the first goal. And it goes the way of Charlton. I've just dialed things back a bit. Rather than going full on attacking, we've gone to positive. Maybe I should actually switch to cautious. Let's try cautious for a bit. As we come into half time. We will be 1-0 down. But I think we are going to have to try to catch this team on the break. As our attacking football has so far resulted in no shots whatsoever. So clearly we're very much outclassed by Charlton. And it's no surprise, to be honest. Right, shall we try the aggressive bollocking? Even though it's, we shouldn't expect to win this. There's no harm in trying an ear bashing. Well, they look fired up. Let's go for it. And the rain has stopped for the second half. And Blyth kick off. Lang. I'm not entirely sure what that was from Lang. It wasn't good, I can tell you that much. And Grant through on goal, 1-on-1. He takes it round O'Reilly and slots it home. It's 2-0. And really, we may as well just go attacking again at this stage, since we're 2-0 down already. We've got nothing to lose now. I don't think playing defensive football is going to close that 2-goal gap, is it? So we may as well just go out and attack. See if we can at least get a shot. Maybe, just maybe, we'll go very attacking at some point. Just go all out. Yeah, let's do that now. Let's try the all-out attack. Hoping for at least a couple of shots before this game is done. It's all about Charlton here, though, at Croft Park. Page puts another shot into the back of the Blyth net, and we're 3-0 down. And we are being completely outclassed by the League One side here. But really, it's no surprise. Maybe, just maybe, it's time to bring out one of the other strategies. Let's go to version 2. Go for the counter-attacking strategy. See if that results in a shot. Let's demand more. Lions with a free kick for Blyth to Green. Are we actually getting a Blyth highlight for the first time in the match? Will we actually have a shot before the 90 minutes are done? Who knows? But we can hope. Lang punts it up long. Almost finds Fuster, but the guys at the back for Charlton proving to be too strong so far for us to beat. And another defensive error. It's a calamity. Taylor's through on goal. Luckily saved by O'Reilly, but man, these errors are costing us dearly. Let's go for one more, demand more. We have actually had a shot. The change in strategy has resulted in a shot. Perhaps I should have gone for the counter-attacking football from the start. Many sensible people would have said so. But I like to try my luck with the all-out attack. It's worked. You saw it work in the last cup game. It might have worked in this. It didn't, though. Right, can we get a highlight out of this? Kieran Green. Passing between Bernard and Green at the moment, but Bernard goes for the long pass and finds the foot of Bradley Fuster. And we get a goal, but is that offside? It is offside. Oh, well, we'll take it. Offside or not, we put something in the Charlton net in this match. Oh, he's offside by an absolute mile. Wow. Never mind, eh? Never mind. But we've now had 3 shots. Yeah, I should have gone with this strategy from the start. We'll have to remember that next time we're playing a really tough team, that this can work in terms of getting us some shots. Dan Maguire. And it's all over. 3-0. We are out of the FA Cup, but no surprises. Charlton far superior in skill in every way over our team. So I'm not going to be angry with the boys. I'm glad we got 3 shots and an offside goal, to be honest. That'll do. Yeah, you did well, lads. Oh, they didn't like that. We did well. We lost 3-0. What are you on about? Well, nobody expected you to win. You did well that you didn't all poo your pants. Like, never mind. So the cup run is over, but we will have made a reasonable amount of money from the gate receipts there. Michael Bradford, let's have a look at you. He's got some interesting stats. Also some pretty poor ones as well. No, not high enough potential, I'm afraid. Who's this guy? Is he on my shortlist? Ah, Ross County. Well, we can't scout him, can we? Can we offer him a trial? Let's see what happens if we do that. Pull the keeper to avoid embarrassment. Yeah, thanks, Nexus. I think I saw that a bit too late. Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised at that result. It's all right. Yeah, the players worked so hard and performed admirably. There's no shame in this defeat. That's right, Tony McQuaid. You tell the press. Nobody expected the likes of Blyth to win that game against Charlton Athletic. They have a way bigger profile in English football than we do. Much bigger reputation, much bigger budget. Basically bigger and better in every way. But it's all right. The situation will be reversed for our next match as we go and play South Shields away. Non-league South Shields, who will be surely due for a complete hammering from the likes of Blyth Spartans. The shoe will be on the other foot. He doesn't want a trial. Fair enough, mate. No worries. Okay, we've been scouting Easy Welly. We can now see him 100%. Oh, he doesn't enjoy big matches. That's a shame. Have a look at his attributes. Oh, he's good physically, but technical skills leave little to be desired. And he's not so good at wing back. No, we're not interested in him after all. Never mind, you can go. What about Armando Shashua? He's at Southport. There you go, Junior Legends. This will be one of yours. He looks pretty tasty, actually. Good first touch. Best played as a deep line playmaker by the looks of things. Well, we haven't got room for more midfielders right now, but interesting to see all the same. Right, Sangari has picked up a ban. Damn it. We're going to be having these bans rolling in thick and fast for a while because there's so many players that were one card away from a suspension. Junior Legend said, when I was in the lower leagues, anyone that refused a trial, I immediately tried to sign. Yeah, probably not a bad strategy because usually if they're refusing a trial, they're good enough to sign. But I've just got literally no knowledge on that guy because he's playing in Scotland, and Scotland is all foreign and exotic to the likes of us, apparently. We're not allowed to scout there. Okay, well, I came second in the Manager of the Month charts. That's not too bad. Still, not as good as winning it. Junior Legend said they must have signed him. Oh, maybe. Oh, look at that bank balance now after that FA Cup game. Finally, we have broken the 300k mark. We are rich for a club of this level, in my opinion. That is good money. And we've saved a lot. We haven't spent too much, and we keep getting good cup runs. And that is how you make some money at this level. We've also sold some players as well, which can be hard to do at this level. Or actually sell anyone for real money, but we've managed it a couple of times. Right. Lamin Yagni, maybe? I think we decided it probably had a French pronunciation. He looks pretty damn good, doesn't he? Oh, look at all those mental stats. He is full on mental. And his physical stats are fantastic as well. So what is he? He's a midfielder. Mazzala. Not so good at just standard centre mid. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. Well, we'll stick him on shortlist for now and keep an eye on him. We never know. We might want to use a Mazzala in the future. Or even a box-to-box midfielder. That's, in fact, more likely. I do sometimes like the box-to-box midfielder role. As long as you've got someone with great fitness and stamina. And look, this lad's got it in buckets for this level. 15 for natural fitness, 12 for stamina. He can run all day. Yeah. Interesting Gambian player here. He's got 2 caps as well for Gambia. He's an international, no less. Yeah, so he's going on the shortlist. Right, South Shields. I don't need to scout South Shields. They're non-league. This will be fine. What's the worst that could happen? We're going to thrash them. No problems. We'll see. Gromulus. Yeah, I think about 4 minutes ago, OBS detected some skipped frames. So I think that's probably what you experienced. So it might not be you. I think it was my end or Twitch's end, whatever. I don't know. Something went wrong. That's all we can be sure of. I don't think you missed anything important though. Easy win predicted for Blyth. Good. The board would like to hold a meeting in order to discuss potentially extending your contract. Good. Yeah, it's a fantastic idea. I love keeping my job. New contract will be offered soon. Thank you, Blyth board. Yes, I have an under-23 team at Blyth. So you don't have one for Southport, and you still don't have one even though you're in the championships. Yeah, I wonder, there needs to be something that allows you to do that, because that can be really debilitating, can't it, for teams once you've taken them from the bottom to the top. Yeah, I'm sure I've played and had that situation in the past, because I do remember being irritated by it at some point. Not in this version of the game, maybe not even in last year's or the years before. It might have been a longer time ago than that, but I definitely have a memory of being a little bit annoyed by that. Oh no! Well, that's not good news. So if we beat South Shields, which we probably should, we've got bloody Stockport in the next round. Only the team that won the league last season, beaten us by 1 point. So we could be due for an early exit in the FA Trophy against Stockport if we don't play our cards right. And who knows how much they've strengthened their team. I just had a quick look, and it did look like they got a few loan players in. That's going to be tough for us. That is going to be tough. Right, Egan should be back from his suspension. Yeah, so let's make Talbot available for reserves, and Smith. And who's this Elliot Holmes again? Is he my bench warming loanee? He is my bench warming loanee. Right, yeah, ongoing. Praise this guy, apparently. Yeah, whatever. Ooh, look at that face. Jesus. This game generates some odd faces sometimes. We're going to have fun with that when I start having regens in the team and they've got some weird-ass looking faces. I'm going to have a lot of fun naming regulars and subscribers after those guys. You're gonna get some ugly looking weirdos in there, thanks to the Football Manager face generator. Right, what's going on here? Contract renewal. Yeah, I don't want to argue with anything or ask for anything more. I'll just accept the current vision. I'm just happy to have a job. Finalised deal. Oh, I'm £575 a week. Mega bucks. Oh, here we go. Now we've got to deal with the press. Yeah, I'm pleased to have been given the opportunity to continue what I've started here. I've started awesome things. And we intend to finish those awesome things. Second in the championship now. Oh, you're going to be in the Premiership, Junior. You're going up for sure. What are you going to do with your massive cash injection when you get it? Who's on your shopping list? Right. Oh, yeah, of course. Bradley Fuster is suspended for this game. That's fine. We can deal with it. Get Dolling in. Swap him with Maguire. I mean, if I've got to have Bradley Fuster out for a game, I'd rather it's against a non-league side like this. Maybe I'll give Elliot Holmes a match instead of Sean Reid. Not quite as good in that position as Reid, but gives Reid a little bit of a rest because we've got a really tough game coming up. Let's play a bunch of reserves since the fixture after this I'll probably go out anyway. So what harm can it do? I need to focus on the league this season and gain promotion. Bank balance is looking all right. I'll keep the midfielders in. Actually, maybe we'll get Sangare off. We'll keep Captain Green on. And we'll keep the 4 men at the back the same. And yeah, that'll do. So probably the biggest rotation of players I've I've gone for since starting this entire career has just occurred there. Hopefully it won't screw us out of a result. Right, go out and show them why we're favourites. Junior Legend says, no idea, I was 18th in December, so was just hoping the team could survive. Never mind going up. Yeah, how fortunes can change, eh? You've got some great loan players. Yeah, you want to keep hold of them, will you? You've only got a 5k seater stadium. Oh, yeah, of course. That's the trouble with these little clubs when you get up to the top. You're going to have to build a whole new stadium at some point, aren't you? Talbot to Maguire. Maguire's head off the post. The follow-up into the keeper, Newell. And almost an early goal for Blyth there. Evans with the throw-in. Swings in across. Oliver in the box. Oh, shot goes over the bar, though. So obviously a big opportunity for a lot of these reserve players to show me that they might deserve a place in the team. I doubt any of them will convince me though, but we'll see. They're planning on a new stadium, but it took years and years of asking the board for that. Yeah. Oh, it'll be up to 14k. That's still pretty small, isn't it? But still, it's a lot better than 5k. It'll allow you to perhaps bring in some match revenue anyway. You have a hard time keeping up with the Premiership clubs financially, won't you? You're going to have to buy and sell a lot, I think. Bring in some bargains on frees and then sell them off to whoever will buy them. That's how you need to make your money, I think. I do love the free transfer market myself. Evans with a swinging cross. Dolling heading towards goal there. And putting it wide of the post. That is a shame. Oh, so you got that when you were just a champ. Yeah, 14k is decent for a championship side, I suppose. Still, it's not as big as Pride Park, Derby County Stadium. I spent a lot of time in that. I used to work for the club for a while. Nice tackle there by Green. But South Shields still in possession, and really we want to take the ball off them and stop allowing them to play football like this. We should be scoring goals 30 minutes in. They've not had a single shot. We've had 10, but still the scoreline is 0-0. And if the lads switch off at this stage, we could find ourselves one down from their only shot of the match. And there it is. There it is. Finnegan's header finding the net after 30 minutes. One shot, one goal for South Shields. Derby are the team I'm trying to chase down in the Championship. They've been dominant all season, says Junior Legends. Yeah, they're doing all right in real life. I think Frank Lampard has come in and he's doing an all right job, actually. It's hard to say whether he'd be any good or not when he took the job, wasn't it? But he's done well. And didn't he just recently bring in, like, Ashley Cole? I think I saw that recently. Interesting. That's real life, of course. All right, demand more. This is awful. We're 1-0 down. And it's going to bite us in the ass, playing all these reserves by the looks of things. We should be winning this game. Unbelievable. Right, aggressive bollockings all round. Who's demotivated? Which scumbag is demotivated? Lewis Lang, what is your problem, mate? How can you not acknowledge that that is awful to be losing against a non-league side at half-time? Green going in like a monster truck there. Good tackle. We'll call it good. All right, free kick. Captain Green whips it in, finds the head of Oliver, but well held by keeper Newell. New man, lone player Talbot, smashing the ball upfield, looking for Dolling to run onto it. He's not got the legs though in this rain. Comes out, Holmes on the ball now to Oliver. Kieran Evans with the cross, finding his counterpart on the right, and Talbot scores a goal. That is an equaliser for Blyth, and an important goal in the 51st minute. Drew Talbot, first goal of the season, first goal for the club. The new man recently being taken in on loan, just to fill in here and there, and proving his worth so far with a great strike there to grab the equaliser. Still, this match is a long way off being won. Now we have a corner. It comes to nothing as usual, but Lang picks the ball up on the edge of the box to Holmes. Holmes playing in Dolling. Dolling to Bernard. Cheeky back heel back to Dolling. Bernard again. Oliver will take a shot, but it only hits the defender. And a bit of pinball in the box, and it goes out for a goal kick to South Shields. Team looking focused after the feedback, but we need another goal desperately. Holmes picking up a yellow there. I suppose all I can do is keep demanding more. As time wears on, and I'd rather this didn't go to a replay. I would quite like to just win this game, please. It's not looking like we're going to. Maybe I should go all out attack. Oh no, that could bite me in the ass horribly. Rather go to a replay than just lose it. Yeah, and on the bright side, at least I just played a load of reserves, so I should have some fresh players for the all-important match against Chorley that's coming up. They are, of course, at the moment top of the table in the league, but we are not far behind in points. As we are now into the final 2 minutes of added time for this match. And South Shields seem to have one last bit of fight left in them. Let's hope they don't have a goal. Green with the tackle, but it doesn't go far. Nichols swinging it over to the other side, finding Ebrel. Ebrel bringing the ball forward. Nobody wants to close him down, and he gets away a free shot. Luckily, it was awful, and O'Reilly claims it comfortably. But 20 shots, 10 on target, but only one goal to show for it. That is very disappointing stuff from Blyth. And Foley having one last attack, it seems. Surely the whistle's about to go any second. Oh, just Dolling throw on goal. Is he offside? He's offside. No. No. Disappointment. I thought we might have claimed a late winner from that 2-on-1 opportunity there against the keeper. Both my strikers were through and past the South Shields defence, but South Shields looking happy to run the clock down now with this free kick from the offside, and who can blame them really? Non-league side taking a draw, but that does mean the next fixture will be on home turf for Blyth, and I'm sure we can smash them there. Well, that was disappointing. I'm actually going to bollock them. We should be winning. Yeah, I'm not taking that advice. No leniency after a result like that. And it was nice that the new loan guy got a goal, though. Good stuff from him. Maybe I'll even sign him at the end of the season. Take him on in place of Paul Smith, who seems to be declining rapidly. I know this guy's getting on a bit, but he's all right. His natural fitness is 15, and that's something you want to look for in older players. If their natural fitness is pretty high, they will last. You know, their stats will stay reasonable that much longer than someone who's got poor natural fitness. But his stamina's already down to 5, so he's not often going to make his way through a full match, I don't think, of playing the wing back, running up and down. But we don't need him to. He's just a reserve, just a fill-in. We'll see what happens, though. But yeah, he did very well in that match. Let's give him some praise. And that is where we end today's session. So when we come back, so there's no Football Manager on Thursday night or Friday, but I will be back with Football Manager at 9 p.m. UK time on Saturday. So if you want more of this kind of action, make sure you show up for that. And we will be starting next session with an away game against league leaders Chorley. That will be an absolutely massive game for us. And let's hope we can come away with a win. Don't forget, I will be back as usual tomorrow at 2 p.m. UK time with my Battletech Extended 3025 mod career. Having a lot of fun with that. And hopefully everyone that's watching is too. And yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on what you thought. Either way, it helps me out. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And for now, I will see you tomorrow. Thanks again.